Okay, so we are going to jump in at the aftermath of the battle. The Cyclops lies dead, his bones broken and face destroyed atop the ruined corpse of Genboki, his guts spilling onto the muddy gravel road. And I want to know how each of your characters are reacting directly in the aftermath of this scene where your friend Genboki is dead.
Steve's just gonna break down crying. Oh no, not Timboki. Oh dear, this is terrible.
Skull is just really, really quiet. And then he kind of heads towards the forest and start preparing a gravesite. Just kind of really mechanical movements, not reacting to much of anything right now. Very much out of it.
I think Aaron would more along the lines of not quite wanting to look at his dead friend and wanting to avoid the thought of it.
As this scene unfolds before us, we are going to the camera is going to pan kind of upwards and down back again towards Genboki standing over his own corpse. His eyes shoot open as he is as you are startled awake and you look around and see this scene unfold before you. Your friends in states of sadness and grief, but everything has a weird blue and black tinge to it. Wisps of smoke meander to and fro around you, and the world seems to be more blurry than you remember. To your right, you see your friend and mentor, Krios, more clearly than you've ever seen him before. No longer the blue-tinged ghost you remember. His skin is green and his clothes a mixture of browns and blacks. And as you look him over, he gives you a pained smile. What do you do?
What's happened, Krios? Why am I floating?
Bitch, too soon.
Are you gonna be Krios or am I gonna be Krios?
Do you want to be Krios or should I be Krios?
You should be Krios.
I started talking as Krios, but I had my mic muted. My friend, you have died. I am sorry. I could not protect you.
I was about to say Dead Boy, that's not my name. Genboki will just look over the site and he kind of has an acquisitive look over his face as he sees everyone going about their business after his death. Not exactly how I pictured it. Kinda just ended.
Yes. Well, it's you. As you should probably know from hearing my story, it is not always much to be expected, the deaths of yourselves or your people. Yes, it's an unfortunate thing to happen.
Did I do good?
Oh, you did very good, my friend. You did very good. I was always very proud of what you did. And even now, in your death, I think you did everyone proud.
Well, what happens now? Do you get to be free? What happens to me?
I'm not sure. I don't quite know what happens next. And as you guys are talking about that, you start hearing an odd sound, like a wooden staff striking cobblestones. That sound repeats over and over, getting closer and louder, until through the blurry fog that is the world you see a figure. It is clad in dark robes that cover the entirety of its body, along with a hood atop its head. The only thing you can make out is the head and the hands, both of which are entirely skeletal, and in the empty eye sockets glow two blue orbs of light, and in its right hand it holds a long, sharp scythe. It slowly approaches, the tinking of the scythe handle hitting non-existent stones becoming louder and louder. The jaw of the skull begins to move, and a heavy voice echoes from beyond the skull. A child of mine, taken before his time. It is always an unfortunate happening, he says, gesturing towards you, Genpoki.
Are you deaf?
Yes, it is I.
I told
And
the
it
other
is
kids you
sad
were
to
real.
Yes, my child, of course I am real. Only a fool would believe that what comes after is mere chaos and emptiness.
I'm owed 14 silver now, but I don't think I can get it anymore.
No, I don't think you will. We don't really use money over here.
Well, did I do what you wanted your worshippers to do?
Well, you had your own way of doing things, but I am satisfied.
What happens to both me and Krios?
Well, his fate is very tied to you, my dear boy. There is an auction starting soon, and I might be able to squeeze you in if you'd like. And though you hadn't heard of it before, you know exactly what he is talking about. The auction of the gods. A misnomer, since the gods themselves rarely showed up, but still, a place where mortals could trade their service in their next life for coming back. He looks at you, awaiting a response.
Can you explain the auction in other words?
Yes. Well, okay. If you would like, you would be put up for auctions, and you would be brought back, but your deeds, they would be those of the gods or the beings that would bid upon you. You would have to do their bidding, at least for a time.
So, we'd be revived, but we'd have to do the bidding of another god?
For a while. Not forever. Some would demand your service for years, others one action, but it is never simple. It is always very difficult and dangerous.
Can I make another deal with you?
Well, he looks a bit taken aback. What did you have in mind?
I would like to give up my spot, and in return, you'd let Krios go to wherever his spirit would go. Let him be with his kin.
Even in death, you give up so much for others. It's truly And if a skull could smile, you would definitely be seeing a smile on his face. And he goes, "Yes, that is most definitely acceptable." And he raises his left hand, not the one holding the scythe, and a blue flame materializes in it and grows in strength and severity as it eventually reaches a climax, and it shoots towards Krios, encircling him rapidly as his form begins to shake and disperse. And as he is kind of falling away from this world, he kind of looks towards you and smiles a bright, gleaming smile of joy and goes, "I can hear them. I can finally see them." And a tear rolls down his cheeks. And he looks to you and says, "Thank you, my friend. Thank you."
Thank you for everything, Krios. I hope you have fun on the other side.
I will, and I will never forget you, he says as his form completely disperses, disappearing into the wisps of...
Goodbye, big brother.
Aw. Death looks towards you and says, "I have heard the afterlife is nice. Say, you wouldn't be in the market for a job?"
Well, I am definitely jobless and lifeless.
He motions for you to follow him. And as you do, you start walking away from the scene unfolding before you. "I have been looking for an assistant for a while, and well, cats..." And he pauses for a moment. We fade out as Death and Genboki walk together away from this sad scene. And Death finishes with, "Cats are nice." And we turn back to the sad scene unfolding on the material plane as Niscali is mechanically digging a grave. Steve grieves, and Aaron avoids thinking about his dead friend, not able to handle the reality that he is gone. And we cut away from this scene to a scene where the grave has been dug. What does this kind of Niscali, what does this burial ritual kind of look like?
Well, it's probably very much the same as people in Mirefall used to have for burials. So just, well, this is obviously a forest ground, so if I can, I'm gonna try to use the flask of holy water that I have to make it sacred ground somehow, at least somewhat.
Yeah, you can definitely consecrate the ground.
Yeah, using that.
We don't want to
make it deep enough so it's not like a... Yeah, make it deep enough so it's not gonna be a shallow grave. And then just with the same mechanical movements, but like muttering prayers under his breath. And if you see his face, he's definitely like crying a lot all this time, but he's not paying attention to anything else, just doing these mechanical movements, and then eventually goes to pick up what he can of Genboki and take him to the grave.
Yeah, so you guys...
Once Steve recovers his composure, he will assist with preparations to bury Genboki.
So yeah, you together prepare the grave, and eventually, once it has been dug, you go over to his corpse and pick up his corpse, moving it over to the burial site. and placing it into the grave of hallowed ground. And as I'm assuming that Steve starts to move the dirt over his corpse, since he is the strongest boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you are doing so, do any of you say any words or anything about your old friend Genboki?
Steve is incredibly choked up and really has
Before anything else,
no words that are appropriate for the gravity of the situation. It's terrible. Why could it have been me instead of Jamboki? He was taken in the prime of his life. He had so much to live for. It's terrible.
Nazgul is gonna start praying out loud. Like first, give a prayer to Organth, because that's his patron deity, and then a prayer to Death to receive his follower well and like guide him through the afterlife.
And as the dirt has all but covered Kinboki's corpse, and the ground is level, as you pray to Arkanth, a light shines down from the heavens atop the grave, and beautiful flowers sprout from it, of magnificent colors and vibrancy.
Just quickly before that, did Genboki ever say like what did he want to do with the Krios' dagger? You just want to keep it as a keepsake, or was there like a specific purpose for it?
I think he wanted you guys to have it. I would.
Yes.
Yeah, because like before laying him to the ground, I would have like cleaned his messed up body as well as I could, kind of.
Oh, I actually would have stepped up and done probably prestidigitation.
Yeah, clean him up, make
him dress him down and clean him up, and before laying him into the ground.
I can clean up magic. I'm trying to figure out if I can make
if you can mend his body together.
Actually, yeah, that I can already do. I can probably mend broken bits. But it's an object is what mending is for. I don't know if that'll work for people.
Oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Well,
probably
I mean,
not.
he's dead now, so he's kind of
is
an
he
object.
a person anymore? I can't restore his soul, but I can fix
This isn't the time
body.
for this.
Well, if you see under section B of the spell,
according to the core rulebook, page 274. Well,
oh my god! You know what's sad is it most likely would actually define.
Yeah,
At
probably.
some point,
He's no longer alive. He's just meat, so he's pretty much an object.
I'll
what
say
happened to just like mold earth? Is that not a thing no more?
Yeah, it is,
thing
but
in
I
fifth
think it's
edition.
like a level. I think it's like a level 3 spell. That's like it's like move earth or something. Well, in any case, you don't have access to it, but you do. You can chaos burst for it. But you do.
There's a good idea.
You do clean up his body with prestidigitation and mend together his ripped body with mending, and make him look, I suppose, presentable before you lay him to rest in the great afterlife.
All right, there's a spell specifically for that.
So I have a spell that allows me to leave an arcane mark, but normally it's a personal rune. But I can define what it is I leave, right?
I think it's like once you define what it is, that's what arcane mark is from now on. So whenever you cast it, it's always that same mark, if I remember correctly. Um,
It just
no,
says
I
it has
guess
to
you.
be 6 characters.
No, yeah, yeah. I guess you could inscribe whatever you wanted.
That's what I wanted to hear.
So, what do you want to inscribe, and
And
where?
I gotta find a stone to set down though. Are there
Yeah.
stones around?
Yes, you usually find a rock of appropriate size and shape for a makeshift tombstone.
And I clean it, and then I place it down. I don't. How to? How many letters are in his name? 7. I don't think I can put his name down. Yep, 7. Gee. I can't put anything else, so I'm just gonna put the word friend.
You can. Aw. I was going to come up with a solution, but I like that more. So you
And
inscribe.
Yep, and I'm gonna make sure it's visible because I can pick whether or not it's visible or invisible.
Okay. So it's visible, glowing, say red words. Glowing red characters make out the word friend in common on this tombstone that lies atop this grave. This beautiful grave of flowers and grass.
So now it is permanent.
Indeed. So you guys mourn your friend Genboki, and after a few, I would assume probably a few hours of mourning, you guys maybe sit around a campfire, like sharing your favorite stories of Genboki, maybe? It's entirely up to you.
Sure, I guess.
But after you go through your morning ritual, what is it that you guys do?
We have to continue on.
Gonna have to pack up.
It is what Jimboki would have wanted.
Is there anything on a Cyclops worth value?
He has an axe. He has a large masterwork great axe, and I think.
How about like body parts?
Actually, make me a knowledge. What's for humanoids?
I don't know. You got religion, planes, nobility, local, nature, history, geography, engineering, dungeoneering, arcana.
Here we go. Humanoid local. Make me a knowledge local.
Score.
And that is a 24. Yeah, you know the eye of the Cyclops can be used as an expensive reagent in potions.
Potions for divination.
Yes.
Would anybody be willing to remove an eyeball?
I suppose I could, but I don't really have anything for the removal of eyeballs.
Survival. That's why I said I got a 1 in survival.
Yeah, I've got +7 to survival. I just, don't have any knives or spoons or anything.
Oh, don't worry. I always carry knives.
In that case.
Yeah, you managed to successfully remove the eye without damaging it.
Yeah, excellent.
I think I have jars.
Yeah, you can plop it into a jar. You can make me an appraise check to see what it's worth.
Oh, my appraisals are bad-ish. Let's see.
Yeah, you know that it's worth about 200 gold pieces, but you also know that every day that it is not preserved, that price goes down by 25 GP as it starts to rot and decay.
Yeah, hold up. Let me think about this.
Yeah, purify food and drink if that helps.
I think there is a spell. I can't remember what that spell's called. It's like, oh my god, what's it called?
I don't
It's called
remember.
gentle repose. You preserve the remains of a dead creature so that they do not decay.
What
If you
does
do
it
have-
fall under?
Oh, why?
I know it
What? It's a
exists.
second level spell? No, that's ridiculous. What? I thought it was like a cantrip. That's crazy.
That's because I think it
I,
is a
I,
cantrip
Oh
in
yeah,
5e.
yeah, but this one extends the time limit on raising a creature from the dead. Okay.
gentle repose is the full body, full corpse.
Yeah, I remember the cantrip from 5e. I thought there was one in Pathfinder as well, but apparently not.
Maybe
What
also
does
to
that
purify
even
food and
fall
drink.
under? I thought it'd be necromancy. Is it not necromancy?
I don't think the cantrip exists in 5e.
It doesn't. I'm just trying to see what exists.
Unfortunately. So yeah, you know that if you hurried to Jocanth, it would only decay by about 50 gold pieces in value. But with the tools that you have on hand, you don't think that you might be able to preserve it.
Prepare it tomorrow. Gentle repose.
Oh, you have the spell? Okay, cool.
I'm a cleric. I can do it tomorrow.
I mean,
I don't have it prepared now, but
But yeah, you could prepare it for tomorrow, and then you
Yeah.
could cast it tomorrow, and then it would be only 25 GP less.
Okay, what have I just learned? I've learned I must bring jars in my bag of holding, extra jars, and then I will probably need
jars.
to bring vinegar or something of the like.
Yeah, something with a preservative nature. I don't know what that is. That's for you to find out, you wizard.
Pickle everything that I get.
Yeah, you pickle everything that you own. Yeah, so you guys, boop boop boop. You guys place the eye into a jar, and the next day, you prepare gentle repose to keep the eye good as you guys travel on your way to Jocanth. So, after about 2 days, is there anything that you guys wanted to do on your journey there? Just checking.
Survive.
So you,
Yeah.
maybe
so
heal
you
those who need healing. At least
yeah,
he
you
was
can-
pretty hurt.
Surviving would be nice,
Surviving is always fun. So yeah, over the next 2 days on your journey to Jocanth, you absolutely manage to heal up to full, and you travel to Jocanth. So, boop boop doo, boop scoop doopity doo. Un momento.
So apparently I was at -10.
Damn.
Do I still heal up to my full 38 over the next 2 days?
I mean, yeah,
I
you're
can just
using
I can just heal you every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You're using
And,
magical
like, I
healing.
was-
You have
I
access
was-
to like 5 channels every day.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that Steve was like almost dead, so
Yeah, he was not.
Yeah.
Doing
immediately
he
after
was not
fight,
doing
my
great.
Nazgul's first reaction would have been to stabilize and heal Steve. And then
Yeah,
start
Steve
with
was-
the burial stuff.
So, boo, boo, boo. So as you guys are outside the gates of Jocanth, you're maybe about 100 feet from the gates. You notice that there is a commotion going on just outside the gates, maybe about 50 feet from the gates. So about 50 feet from you guys, there's a commotion going on. And you see that there are about 3 guys, 3 humans, harassing a tiefling man. And they are stabbing him with rapiers and daggers. I should switch this music. It doesn't really fit.
That sounds
And
like
there's
a bad
some-
day.
Stabbing him?
Just to point it out, Noskele looks like a gnome again.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
approaching the town right now.
Yes.
They're just stabbing him?
So they are jabbing at him and slashing at him with daggers and a rapier, and they are kind of yelling at him. One of them goes.
What are they yelling?
Boo boo boo. One sec. It's up here. One of them goes, "Is that all you got? Your very existence is an affront to his incandescent glory, and through my hands I shall guide his light."
Huh. Yeah. So
Well,
I think I'm gonna step up.
So you guys
Approach.
step up to the scene unfolding about you.
Yeah, I'll interject and say, "Excuse me. Exactly what are you doing?"
Oi! What the fuck is it to you? We're clearly handling the existence of this bloody beast here. He's got no place in Jakan.
What's he
So if
done
I
to
might
you
ask,
then?
it's his existence you have a problem with, not something he has done.
Or his devilish nature. His
Well-
blood.
I will say I'm on my way right now to meet with what's the name of the guy?
Well, if you don't remember, no, I'm not gonna do that. His name
I
is
don't have it. The place too much.
Bear. Well, you should do well to write it down
Oh.
because it is a long name. The name
Okay.
of Baron Hadrax
I know.
Ishmael Ignacio Jacobim IV.
How about you write that down so I can
It's
click
in the
on it?
invitation. In the
Yeah,
handout.
I was about to
invitation
say.
There it is.
There,
So I'm just gonna
the
say
Baron
I'm,
himself.
I'm on my way right now to meet with Baron Hadrax, and I don't feel like this is something that is condoned or acceptable in Kingdom of this behavior.
He kind of motions over to the city guards that are standing at the gates, only 50 feet away, and goes, "You lads have a problem with this?" And the guards at the door kind of pretend not to see. They clearly notice what's going on, but they kind of they're definitely willfully ignoring it. The music is very loud.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, it is very loud. I'll be like, well, whether or not the guards choose to ignore you or not, which I'm sure Hadrax will love to hear about today when I meet with him, we've just been summoned on our way from Black Hollow after clearing the land down there of quite a few things that no one really wants to deal with. I would like to ask you to just stop, or I might have to bring you in to meet with Hadrax, and maybe you will be a corpse when I do so.
Ooh, fancy. Make me. I think you're intimidating. Is that accurate to say? Go ahead and make me an intimidation roll.
What's sad about my intimidation is it's not crazy good. No, it's all right. I thought it was lower than it was. Charisma-based checks, boys.
So as you say this, one of the guys, like the head honcho, doesn't look too peeved about it. "You think I'm afraid of the Baron? Not me, lad. I won't be stopping unless you make me."
Sir, it's not the
and-
Baron you should be afraid of. It is us.
And one of his compatriots goes, I don't want to die today. I just wanted to kill a bloody tiefling. I'm out of here." As he runs off.
Maybe you're not afraid of the Baron, but you should be afraid of me. I've had a very bad week, and I'm looking for a few skulls to break.
Are you also trying to make people spooked?
Apparently I am.
Yeah, they don't really seem to notice that. They they definitely notice it, but they don't really seem to take heed of your words, and they kind of continue harassing the tiefling, with the main guy going as far as stabbing at him again in front of you.
Whilst the harassers are occupied with the Night Mites, when one of them's talking to them, I'm going to touch them at the back of the neck and use my touch of corruption on them.
Ooh, go ahead. Which of them are you going for? One of them is a. I'm going to switch to the map right now, but one of them is a larger boy, the one with the rapier and shield, and the other is a bit smaller and meek.
I'll do it on the meeker one.
Okay, go ahead.
Zapping them will surely endear them to you.
Definitely.
Definitely.
The guy who was like doing all the talking when we approached, like he mentioned radiance. Is he carrying any type of holy symbols or anything that I can see?
You do notice that he is wearing a necklace, and no, you wouldn't have to make a knowledge religion. You notice that it is the symbol of Solar. So as you guys are talking and kind of intimidating these lads, one of them has run off to flee from you, and he runs within the borders of the city. And as they are talking and paying attention to you, the tiefling reaches out with his hand, touching one of the smaller, meeker gentlemen with the knives, and does want to roll that beautiful damage that you hit. 6 damage as crackling. What does this touch of corruption kind of look like, or is it mostly invisible?
Basically, a fiendish flame surrounds my hands, and it jumps from my body onto my target, causing terrible wounds to open up. So basically, they explode from the inside.
Oh, that doesn't sound especially nice. Okay, so you kind of see them convulse, and as he touches him on the back of the neck, the small, meek bandit lurches forward and pukes out a lot of gooey stuff. And the larger man goes...
Steve is having second thoughts now.
The larger man goes, "You son of a bitch," and stabs at him. Everybody roll initiative.
I cast spells too, so I can't fault him for defending himself with magic.
Yeah, but that's some kind of nasty looking magic. Oops.
I burn people to death from the outside.
Yeah, but burning is okay. It's
Burning
acceptable.
alive is just as bad as puking
Does it
guts.
matter where the wounds come from if the opponent has wounds after a spell?
I think I might argue I'd rather feel sick to my stomach than be burning alive. What is my cat doing? Holy fuck, he's lost his mind.
Well, I mean, he's a cat.
I'm worried.
He just started going nuts and like attacking the doorknob in this room, and now he's like attacking the window. He just snapped.
I mean,
He's gone insane.
He's a cat. I'm not sure what else you expected.
He sees a ghost of a cat.
He's a ghost of cat past. I don't know.
Did you remove my initiative?
Yeah.
Hello, kitty.
Did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do I need to call you for someone for help?
I wish I wasn't allergic to cats.
What's sad is I am, but I own a cat anyway.
Oh, you got nobody to blame for that but yourself.
What are you doing, dude? Oh.
So I'm first going to give this boy his attack before we jump into initiative as he stabs at you with his rapier. And that is going to be a massive, massive miss as he stabs at you, and you kind of just easily duck out of the way. And then we are going to head into initiative with Niscali.
I'm just gonna say as a free action, once I remember my Nascali voice again.
Steve got his first initiative. I hit the initiative button twice.
Oh,
First
Yeah,
one
you
was
should be.
17.
You should go first. You had 17, yeah.
Oh, okay. I only saw your...
So Steve goes first.
Then it is Steve's turn.
Okay.
I'm not really here to kill people, so I'll take care of this another way.
Well, good luck with that. Steve drinks his juice.
Steve is going to juice up and then do anything with your move.
He is going to move to position himself between the angry dude and the spellcastery dude, who is totally not creepy.
Wait, what? They are adjacent to one another, so you're moving... You're gonna go into that gap there?
Oh, all I see is blackness. I don't actually see.
Oh, wait, what? Why are you...
He doesn't have
wait.
dark
Dark.
vision.
There's yeah, we have dynamic lighting on right now. It should
Yep.
only be dim light. Well, okay, we'll just go for off with dynamic lighting for now.
They're humans. They wouldn't be able to see either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. At best, it's not even dim light. Like there's torchlight about, since this is almost just right next to the walls. So it's just, perfect lighting.
Okay, that's my move.
Okie doke. Then it is Niscali's turn.
What did you say the name of his god was? Solar?
Solar.
Okay. That's a free action. I'm gonna just talk. How dare you align this repulsive attitude and actions with your radiant Lord Solar? And I cast Hold Person on him.
Okie doke.
And while I speak, I kind of make sure that my own symbol for Arcanth is visible. Okay.
As he is paralyzed, he goes, "This filth is an affront to Solar." As he freezes up. Aaron, it's
I'm
your
gonna
time.
Step up like here.
Probably should
And then
get
I'm
full
going
health
to-
too.
Yeah, I should be at full health. I don't know how that. I forgot to change that back. I'm gonna apologize in advance to the newfound friend of ours. What are
Oh,
them
no.
hit dice for these fools?
But
But I am gonna end up hitting the new person in the
And you
process.
creature is blinded or wait, okay.
Because I'm
Was it-
gonna do like a.
Oh yeah,
cone.
will negate. Okay. So 5 or okay. So will saves for everyone, including Caden. Does that also? No,
I'm
no.
going
it's-
to try and avoid by aiming like that. Like so, I'm like this.
Okay, so he is now paralyzed and stunned. And the other boy is... the tiefling seems unaffected by it.
Oh,
And this
perfect.
other lad is... does he have a bad save as well?
With a -2 to saves.
Yeah, so this lad over here is both paralyzed and stunned, and this boy over here is going to fall to the ground unconscious.
Perfect.
So
We're going to leave them. And I'm going to say that. I'm going to be like, okay. On our way. They can stay here.
Yeah, we can jump out of combat, but what do you guys wish to do with these unconscious lads?
As I approach the gate, I'm going to hail to the guard. I'm going to state, do your job and arrest these men for assaulting people before I have a conversation with the Baron when I go to meet him. And if I have to, I'll hold up the summons that I have that shows that I'm actually going to him.
Yeah, they don't like. As you say that, they don't really buy it at first. They're just like,
I will hold the invitation up to them.
And they kind of peer at it, and they see the signage of Baron Hadrax Ishmael, and they go, "Lad, it's the real deal." And they kind of spring into action, getting closer to those guys, and start to arrest them.
And as we go by, I just look really nastily at the solar worshipper and just, "You're a disgrace to your lord." Well, I walk by. While he's still stunned and he can't respond. Lord? I'm gonna do it while he's still stunned and can't respond.
Oh, okay.
But he can hear me.
Okay. Yeah, he can definitely
just
hear you.
Parting shot.
Carrying my own symbol of Arcanth very proudly.
Fair enough.
At least during this.
Yeah.
I'd like it to be pointed out my character also has bright red hair and fox ears.
Yes, yeah, like a kitsune.
It's not like I look normal.
Well, yeah, you're relatively normal.
You look normal.
Well, yeah, you.
Just figured you usually wear a hood to look as normal as possible.
I do. Normally, I wear a hood.
Are you wearing a hood now?
Typically, yes.
Okay, but now,
the hood.
Right now, at this moment.
At this moment, I would be.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't have had a reason to take it off.
That's fair. So how does Cadence react to all of this? These guys falling unconscious, and the rest of these lads going up to have them arrested.
Well, since Aaron's getting the guards involved, Cadence is gonna sheath his sword and just kind of look a bit bemused that these people have just made these enemies unconscious and just left them.
That played out really well. I'm very thankful for the rolls.
They absolutely trashed their rolls, yeah.
And realizing that there was a lot of magic being slung around, he'll approach the fox-eared man.
I will reach out my hand and good gesture to shake. I'll introduce myself as Aaron Rain.
I am Cadence of Dacia. Thank you for your assistance against those zealots.
Glad I could help. We were just on our way to enter the town. If you would like, you could join us at the end.
Yes, I suppose I owe you. How about I buy you around?
That sounds fair enough to me, but I don't think anyone owes us for just intervening when people are committing wrongdoings.
I owe you in the sense I don't need my weapons cleaned.
Fair enough.
And he will shake your hand.
And then we will proceed into town.
Yeah, so you guys head into town, heading into the, I presume the first tavern that you guys can see. It is a definitely a finer establishment of the name the Wild Unicorn. So you head in there, and a joyous little halfling creature kind of springs up from behind the bar and gleams a smile in your direction, going, "Well, hello there, friends! Would you like a room here at the Wild Unicorn to stay the night?"
Yes, we would like several rooms, actually.
"Well, all right then. Come along now, and have a seat, and we shall be, I will be preparing those rooms for you as you eat and drink your fill. It's a gold piece for the night for each of you."
Cadence
Very good.
Cadence will put 5 gold on the table.
Oh, why, it's mighty generous of you, friend. I will be preparing your rooms, but flanks of meat and ale shall be coming soon. And he kind of buzzes off towards the kitchen as you guys find seating within the bar area.
So, what brings a group of monsters around these parts?
Oh, you know, this and that. Meeting with the Duke.
Meeting
We
with the
did,
Baron, you say?
We did a lot of bounty missions in a little town not far from here and drew the attention of the Duke.
Baron.
Yeah, I'm saying Baron.
Baron.
These guys keep
My
calling
bad.
it a Duke.
Yeah.
Or a Count.
My bad.
Count Dracula,
With the Baron.
hello.
We'll get it right one of these days.
Would I have heard of the Night Mites? Are they enough of a legend yet?
Let's see here. 1 second. Let me refer to a mechanic and a map and a lot of. Question: have you been have you been down to either Hamlet or Black Hollow these past few weeks?
Me?
Yes, you.
I would have been Hamlet, not Black Hollow.
Okay. Make me roll a D100 for me, please. Yes, you would have heard of them. You would have heard of... you would have heard of their bringing back the slaver bounty and of their... and then if you had gathered any more information than that, you would have heard of the rest of their deeds.
So, you three must be the Night Mites.
You've heard of us?
There are some who call us that, yes.
There have been whispers on the wind, and rumours on the tongues of slavers. Apparently you're a menace to them.
As well, there are a few things that we can abide, and slavers are not one of them.
They are a menace to the society.
I share the same mentality. Though I have heard your methods were different than that at the door.
I am unsure how to interpret your suggestion there.
Well, they say a count of 20 or more slavers were killed. And the people you left at the door, well, let's just say they'll have a banging headache and a sick stomach instead of death.
And they deserved every bit of it.
Death doesn't always have to be the solution.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
A fort full of slavers is a little less
Death is
agreeable,
always
a
an
little more
option.
difficult to deal with.
It is nice to see you have other options available, though.
We try at least.
Aaron, I noticed you are of the arcane arts.
That is correct. I'm an arcanist. I dabble in spells, and sometimes things go wrong in my experiments.
A profession
I'll-
fitting
I'll-
the use.
I'll pull back my hood as I say that. Big pointy ears. What is it that you do? I saw that you cast a spell yourself in that battle.
That, was not a spell. It is an innate ability of my kind. But
Definitely not terrifying.
it is terrifying to those who have sins beneath the surface. Besides meeting with the Baron, do you have any other prospects in the city?
Not yet, no. The Baron has asked us to attend to him, and, well, we are hurrying to do so.
Well, for one such group of monsters and bounty hunters, will you be taking up the quest to take down others such as those?
I believe that was our intent.
I am sure a world with less beings hunting you is a world you'd prefer.
Well, yes.
Well, I would like to give you a proposition.
Go on.
It seems you are one man down, and even if you weren't, I would still offer this. I say that I could join your group and aid in your jobs.
I will say I have no qualms against that, but what is it you bring to the table?
You're no friend Jimboki.
Well, as you may be able to see, I hold myself in quite high quality of gear. I also am very good at making living beings not living.
Well, that's certainly a useful talent.
And if you so desire, I can make your foes cower in fear if you do not wish them dead. I am
I will say
also
sure.
a very good accountant.
Oh, accountancy, you say?
Okay. this is
Now,
the part-
now you have my attention.
That's the part where we buy an official building here in town, and we like name it the Nightmite Monster Hunting Association, and then we open it up and.
Well, Cadence wasn't saying he would go on hunts to take down monsters. He's saying he would go up. He was saying that there are people hunting down monsters, which is you guys, because you're monstrous races.
Do you know that all of us are monsters?
You can make an opposed perception check to the disguise.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Wow.
Because you've been.
Steve's no monster. He's a human.
Yeah.
He looks like a monster.
That's what I was referring to. Steve.
He's the
He's a human.
Steve is just ugly.
Steve.
Well, why you gotta be like that?
Steve is that guy.
It's just you are a monster. Okay, so.
Are you sure you're human, or are you not made by Frankenstein?
Barely human.
I
culpable.
might be, but
God. Like there's ugly.
I'm actually kind of offended by that.
There's ugly, and then there's Steve, and it's scary. Yeah, you wouldn't, because Niscali has been so very, very careful to always stay in disguise. I think the only people who know are the people of Hex. That needs a better name. The people of Hextown and Folly Pyreblade are the only ones that would know.
Probably the innkeeper.
Yeah,
at
the
Black Hollow.
innkeep.
Because I wasn't because there was
okay.
more like a free the environment, I thought, or the atmosphere. So probably wasn't like dressing up as gnome all the time there. But most of the
fair.
Black Hollow and only very few individuals know that I'm actually a goblin.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, so you would only be able to know through seeing it right now, which unfortunately you do not. So you are quite unawares that they.
Also, I think the Nightmite's reputation also talks about a gnome, maybe.
Yes, it definitely does.
Just a gnome.
Well, in Cadence's eyes, Steve is a monster, Aaron is a monster, and Genboku was a monster as well.
Yep.
So 3 out of 4.
Hmm.
I just have pointy
Steve
ears.
just looks like a monster. He's not actually a monster. Steve's a very nice guy once you get to know him.
He's a nice guy.
It's what's on the inside of Steve that counts. He might be hideous on the outside, but he has a beautiful heart.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So what was your guys' answer to his proposition?
We need to huddle first.
Okay, team huddle.
Alright, while they huddle, Cadence is going to get some parchment ready.
Okay.
So opinions? Yay, nay. Hey, we are down a being, but
I was gonna say we for sure need a new ally.
we do, but
do this first.
this guy leaves me a little concerned. Did you see what he did to those poor bastards with the touching?
They were stabbing me.
They were, but
He interjects.
That's where I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna be like, so I will say, if I was being stabbed, I probably would have burned every one of those men alive. So I don't think it would have been any less bad.
Any one of us would have
What would
defended
be
ourselves
the
in that
DC to
situation.
actually here and there if it's 20 above?
Let's see. Perception, DCs to hear, understood sounding increased by 20, and they're whispering, so it would be
Yeah.
like 30, 40, something like that.
Okay, I
You have
can't
a
beat
plus
that.
6,
It's fine.
so yeah, no, you can't.
You can try, but you probably can't.
No, I mean he literally can't. He
Unless
doesn't have the
there was
bonus.
exploding dice where there isn't, I can't.
No, there isn't, and you don't crit on skill checks because
Yep.
that's dumb.
So on my thoughts, he did nothing wrong. He defended himself. We all
Yeah,
would
I
have done
mean-
the same.
I'm inclined to agree. We all would have defended ourselves in that situation. It wasn't exactly a fair situation.
Yes, well, I suppose that is a valid point.
And I'd say we're the last party to judge somebody based on their looks.
I do not understand what you mean.
I'm just imagining Steve saying that with his monster face, just like completely straight faced. It's a great image.
You just hear a woman screaming in the background.
Yeah, she's just there's a woman with a child that's crying because
Somebody
it looked at
walks
Steve.
in. Ah!
A monster runs back out.
Terrifying.
That said, we did just meet him, and I don't necessarily feel comfortable just inviting him as part of us immediately. Maybe we should get the meeting with the Baron done first, and then see what we can do here. And
Yeah, I will say, I
Yeah,
don't
go
think
about our
we can
business
show
if
up
we
to the
find-
Baron with a new person.
Yeah, the
No,
Baron
no,
will definitely
absolutely
have
not.
some questions if we show up with a
no,
guy
it's
who's...
it was just invitation to us. It doesn't really involve him anyway.
Yes. He was not a Night Mite when the Baron's invitation was sent to us.
I'd say
So...
Let's say after the meeting with the Baron, we
Oh.
do a couple of
Depending on
the
if the
things on
Baron
whatever
has-
board around town, and we see what we get, how we judge afterwards.
We could see what bounties they have here and just pick one and invite him on that and see what happens there. Like, I really maybe want to see him in action first before we do anything else. If that makes sense.
So are you suggesting a probationary membership in the Night Mites?
Yes.
I suppose. I wouldn't necessarily use big words like that, but a testing it out thing.
I like how we've gotten popular enough as a group of people that we can
Yeah.
talk about having a probationary period. There are people lining up at the door to join us.
So you can start out by bringing us coffee, and we'll just kind of see where it goes from there.
It's like an unpaid internship.
Yeah. Oh man, Cadence, you make a mean cup of joe. Thank you. Now go over the books, you damn accountant.
That does remind me. He did say he has skills with accountancy, which is something that we are sorely lacking without friend Jimboki.
Someone needs to divide the gold.
Someone
I
needs
do
to
not
do
know-
all of your maths for you.
Although I am not sure how much we can trust him. I knew we could trust friend Jimboki. Big in tears. But this new fellow, he offers to do our accounting. I do not know how trustworthy he is yet.
That's what I'm
We'll
saying.
go
I
on some
don't really
missions
feel.
after we meet with the Baron, and we'll figure out.
Yeah, we have to give it time. It just doesn't come immediately.
You can just hear Cadence talking with God around the other side of the room.
Oh, great, he's crazy.
It's crazy if you don't talk to God, because he does exist in this world.
Literally exists.
Oh yeah,
That's actually
that
pretty
is a good
considering-
point. That is a good
considering-
point.
All the gods are legitimate and real and do things amazing. the person, I don't believe in God, bro. He literally just smote that person over
It's
there.
literally like being like, I don't believe in water, or like, I don't believe in gravity. Like it is.
It's
is
not
a
about you
thing.
believing it.
It's not about your belief. Just
You
the
don't
fact
give a
of
crap if
life.
you believe or not.
Watched him
They're
raise
still
a
there.
man from the dead, and you're telling me he's not.
Well, maybe he did it with his own natural power, not any divine intervention.
He literally just wiped that city off the planet.
There's a half demon just across the room, and you're thinking gods and demons don't exist.
Well, I didn't say demons don't exist, just God.
Yeah, okay. There's a bad counterpart, but no, a good one.
God doesn't exist. Gods exist.
Gods,
Plural.
plural, many, and they all answer.
Yeah. Well, most of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's decided.
Probationary period.
Yeah.
Don't we have a chance to evaluate his skills and truthiness in accountancy?
Perfect. Then we return to the table.
Yeah. So you guys unhuddle.
And then dispel the bubble.
The bubble of silence.
Yes.
Then we bring back to the table and we say, so it's been decided. We are going to meet with the Baron like we were supposed to. Sadly, I
Before we
don't think
lost
you were
Jimboki.
part of the summons. But afterwards, when we go on some more missions around town and outside the town, we'll have you join us and we'll gauge your skills and what kind of a person you are then.
So, approbation period.
Correct.
This is acceptable. He's then going to roll up the parchment he was writing on, just put it in his shirt.
Perfect. And then to that note, what time of day is it at this town right now?
It is evening. It is late evening. It's maybe like we can say like 8 p.m. maybe.
Okay.
So maybe not late evening, just evening.
It's late enough that we're probably not going to go meet with the Baron.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait down the barkeep. Barkeep.
Why yes?
A round of drinks to celebrate our new intern.
Yes, I know what that word means. And
Not quite
he walks
the question
off.
I was going to ask. Rook, before you walk away.
Oh well.
In the morning, I need to go about shopping. Where can I find fine clothes around here?
Why, there's a tailor just down the street. Can't quite remember what it's called, but it is a fine establishment.
Perfect, thank you.
No worries. I'll just be getting your drinks now, along with your food, which I forgot to bring you earlier. I'm sorry about that. I try my best. And he walks off. So is there anything you guys do during what do you guys do for the remainder of the evening? Just drink and party?
Not really.
or-
Yeah. Well,
More
yeah.
just drink.
Eat and retire.
Drink and retire. Okie doke, yeah. So you guys drink and eat for a few hours until you eventually retire to your beds. And you all have separate rooms? A question mark?
I paid for separate
think
rooms.
So
I mean, it's your decision if you make use of those separate rooms.
They're just going
But
to
you
move
did
all
pay
the
for
beds
them.
into one room again.
Yeah, we want some bunk beds. So yeah, you guys get your separate rooms, and you get to sleeping, and you sleep till morning, till about 8. I'll say about 8 a.m. Maybe 9 a.m. And you wake up.
I'm only sleeping until sunrise.
Okay, so you sleep till like I think that's like 6 or 5 a.m. It is
What time
still
of year
summer.
is it?
It is summer
Oh.
still.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
it's
need
summer.
to advance the calendar by 3 days. But yeah, it is summer still. It is a cool summer day. The air is still and the sky is overcast. So, do you wake up at like, I don't know, 5 a.m.?
Yeah, wake up with the sun.
Okie doke. So yeah, you wake up at around 5 a.m. With the sun. And you then, head out to get drinks and food and wait for your compatriots to wake up, which they do a few hours later. And you take your time while you're awake to prep your next extract or your drink.
All the 10 minutes to make my juice.
Oh, I thought it was an hour. Okay. Yeah, you prep your drink, and then your compatriots wake up. They drink a bit. They eat a bit, and then what do you guys do? Head out to the tailor?
Do you want to get rid of the
yeah.
eye?
That is, oh yeah, I gotta.
Oh yeah, the eye. So you guys, so are you splitting up? Some heading to the tailor, some heading to the alchemist to sell the eye, or are you all going together? And also,
we all need to go to the tailor to get properly.
I don't need to go to the tailor.
Suit up.
Like when
Yeah, you
Nazgûl
have a
gets
hat.
walk down the stairs, he looks like the same gnome, but now he's wearing like super fancy clothes.
It's a fantastic hat.
It's a great hat.
It's a hat of fancy clothes.
It-
So yeah, you have a fancy little gnome along with you. So who's heading? How's this happen?
I think we're moving together.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go together.
So you guys head together to the alchemist to sell the eye, so you sell the eye for what was it, 175 gold pieces.
Gotta do math myself for the first time ever. Divided by 3 today.
And
58 gold. One person getting 59. Just do it that way.
did it? You know the Roll20 has an inbuilt function for math and stuff. Yeah. So you guys get that, and then you head to the tailor to get fancy clothes for those who need it.
There was a specific kind of clothing that I wanted to get from the tailor. Hold up.
Okay.
A top hat.
What the fuck is this song? Why do I know? Is this Monster
so-
Hunter World?
It might be. I don't know.
It's not. It's Adventures. It sounds so similar to like the main
where you're
area.
just
Yeah.
you're chilling in the place.
Yep.
Can't remember what it's called.
I keep hearing that, and it's like making my brain like fall apart right now. I don't know why. Where do clothes fall underneath in this stupid thing? And that's not adventuring gear. Clothing and containers. There we go. Let's see. We would like to get something befitting of meeting with
The Baron.
the Baron. I had to stop.
The Baron.
See, we got it right this time.
Yay!
In terms of out of game arguments, we would call those courtiers outfits.
Okay. You go. You go to the tailor. It is called Now You Die, with die spelled D-Y-E. A pun.
I love it.
And you head into the establishment, which is
My name is Steve, and this is my favorite tailor in the town of
Yeah, this is
the
my
city is.
favorite tailor in Jokanth.
Now
So
die.
you guys,
I love
It really speaks to me.
it does.
Something about the name just
Yeah, something about it.
draws me
Uh,
in.
So you guys head to Now You Die, manned by an elderly elf gentleman who goes, welcome to Now You Die, the finest tailoring establishment in all of Jokanth. We've been in business long before Dragonfall, and we intend to stay that way for a long time. So how can I assist you, gentlemen?
We have a meeting with the Baron today, and we need to dress accordingly.
Well, I have just the thing for you. These are courtiers' outfits, something that I definitely didn't just learn about 5 minutes earlier. And they are perfect for a visit with the Baron. They cost an amount of gold, appropriate for courtiers' outfits.
30 gold piece.
They cost 30 gold pieces. Well worth the price, I might add. Fit for a king, they are.
Not quite. They're not royal outfits.
They're fit for a baron's meeting, they are.
That'll do nicely. If we can get
Then-
them fitted, that would be great.
Well, of course. Ow, this voice is not doing good things to my throat. Of course, I shall be fitting them to you in just a moment. And he pulls out some scissors and some twine and a thread and a needle and other things that tailors use to do their magic. And he gets to work, and it takes about an hour for both of you to get your courtiers' outfits fitted for your bodies.
Hot.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Indeed, they are. You're stunning.
Does it lift and round my ass so it looks just perfect?
If that's what you want, then yes.
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 No.
Having a taut-looking ass is important for this.
Copy. Duly noted. Whew. Okay, I think we're ready to go visit the bear.
Okay, so you head towards the keep that is central.
Oh,
Just
hold up. I need a piece of jewelry to go with it. It's not complete.
Okay, you head to the
I thought the
jeweler.
courtier outfit came with jewelry.
No. It's another 50 GP.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay, so how much am I showing out in total for Mom's finery?
you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm
Well,
dropping
no,
it.
but for me, because yeah, I don't want to look wrong, especially with an ass like this.
Okay, yeah. So you guys head into the to the jewelers, and get yourselves some jewelry. It looks sweet.
Well, I basically just need like a basic amulet or something like. Finish it.
Yeah, you get a gold filigree amulet
Perfect.
topped with a sapphire.
And then you know what I can do with it later? I can enchant it. So.
Yeah, so
Thinking ahead.
multi-purpose. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, you
Oh, wait.
get
Where we go?
your beautiful clothing and head into the Baron's abode. Okay, so as you enter the keep, you immediately notice the grandness of it all. Immaculate art hangs on every wall, and low reliefs decorate the ceiling above. On the walls are not torches and sconces, but incandescent stones placed in the wall itself light up the halls. A grand staircase in the center of the keep leads upwards, with passages jutting both to the sides and past the stairs. Guards are stationed at every passage wearing gleaming plate with a sigil of House Ishmael emblazoned on it, a glowing rock in the center of a mountain. And as you enter into the keep, a servant clad in fine garb greets the lot of you. Welcome to the grandness that is Keep Ishmael. I, a lowly, humble servant, am proud to greet you in the name of the Baron, and I wish to accompany you to his grand throne room.
Well, thank you. You can lead the way then.
Come along now. And you guys head up the stairs, past two oak wooden doors into a grand throne room with these there are about 6 pillars, 3 to each side of the room, jutting out of the ground, along with a red carpet leading up the middle of the room. And on the sides of the room are guards stationed between every pillar. And at the end of the room is a grand throne on a raised plinth. And atop it sits this man here.
He looks incredibly fancy.
He looks incredibly what?
Fancy.
Indeed he does, for he's a fancy lad of Cornwall.
He is only the fanciest of lads.
The fanciest of lads. Welcome. As you near to the throne room, Baron Hadrax Ishmael Ignacio Jacobin IV takes note of you, and with a booming voice speaks out, "Welcome to my humble abode. It is a pleasure to have the famed Night Mites finally visit me. I am glad you made it such haste to visit me, for my need is quite urgent, though I fear you bring not so good tidings. I notice you are missing one of your fellow compatriots."
Yes, well, it is a dangerous job in life. But
Is this guy a
if you're not,
vampire?
there's plenty of people to find and potentially add to our ranks.
Aye, but none can ever replace the loss of a friend. It is very sad, and I mourn with you.
Thank you.
But
This is
This is all too true. Sometimes I feel as though Jim Boki is still with us.
he will always be with you. You know, they say a man dies twice. Once when he is killed, and the second when his name is last spoken. His life will live on your words for all times. He will always be with you.
Your words are indeed wise and appreciated.
That is good to hear. I hope I made you feel a little bit better in this difficult time of yours. But
Those are very kind words, Your Highness. Your Grace.
thank you. No need for such titles around here. Just to call me either Hadrax, Ishmael, Ignacio, or Jacobim, whatever you prefer. Or Baron, if you don't feel comfortable with that. But you know, we are all. I have a bit of a cough. I've been a bit sick lately.
I feel like every character in this game has been off.
The voice is too bad for my throat. It hurts. Yes, it is. Yes. But enough about that. I have 2 matters to discuss with you. The first, of course, is the matter of your reward. You have done very good things for the barony of Calixia, and I am most grateful, and I wish to reward you with things of your stature. And so I would like to honor you with a visit to the Vault of Fortunes. It is I see by your blank expressions you probably have not heard of the Vault of Fortunes, because it is a closely kept secret of the Ishmael household. It is how you say a family vault of treasures, where you enter and come out with whatever you wish. But there is, of course, a catch to this. The vault is entirely sealed with anti-magic protection. You never know what you are going to get when you pick something in there. We have items of every variety, swords. Sorry, my sickness. She's coming back to me. Swords, hammers, belts, anything your heart could desire. But you will not know what it does until you have it in your hands. And no takesies backsies. That is the biggest rule of the Vault of Fortunes. No takesies backsies.
There are knowledge still to potentially know anything about the World of Fortunes.
You can make me a knowledge nobility, a knowledge nobility, or a knowledge local. I think would be good, or knowledge maybe history. No, history wouldn't really apply. So yeah, knowledge nobility or knowledge local. Nah, you don't know nothing.
I don't know what he's talking about.
This is let's see.
No, nor does Steve know anything.
Nope, no
That's
idea.
not
But
heard.
this is very. What's the word I'm looking for?
Generous?
Yes, it's very generous of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, only the best for the best.
Well, we are quite grateful, yes.
That is good to hear. Because, well, along with this, I have a request that I would like to make of you all. It is a proposition, and you are, of course, free to decline. But, well, first I should like to tell you of the rewards that you would receive for doing this for me, as it is something of grave importance to me, something that this is the very stake of the barony is at stake here, and as such you would be rewarded handsomely for your efforts. First off, I should make you knights of Calixia and give you a parcel of land. And of course it goes without saying that any knight of Calixia would get a visit to the Vault of Fortunes. Each and every one of you. How does that sound?
Sounds like a very good deal, but what is it we have to do?
Indeed it is. Well, here is the problem. It is quite time sensitive. My spies have alerted me of dealings down to the south near Exeter. A group of banditi plot against me, and they wish to overthrow the barony. I cannot mush my own men down there, as it would be seen by Exeter and Beregar as a sign of invasion, and they should not like that. It would cause a political incident. What I need is a small strike force, some people who are capable of taking on a great number of men, something that you have done before. I referred, of course, to your heroic deeds in Slave Castle. So this is what I would need from you. You would have to travel to Exeter, where a bastardo, a banditi, plots against me. My spies have told me, and they wish to enact their plans in something like 3 weeks. I would need you to go before that time and deal with them in whatever method you wish. They are holed up a few miles outside of Exeter in a lonesome cabin hidden in the woods. and I would wish for you to take them out.
Do you have any information about what it is we might encounter? What dangers?
I have heard, well, my spies have told me that they have at least a proficient magic caster along with them. And of course all of them are seasoned fighters. It would not be easy to deal with.
Good deal. I think we'll accept the arrangement.
That is fantastic news. And you will be rewarded oh so handsomely once you return. Oh, most handsomely you will be rewarded. Please do also accept this. A gift of, it is a small token of my appreciation for your accepting of this arrangement, but it should cover any travel costs you may assume on the way there. And he hands you a pouch of 200 gold peaches. Gold pieces. Yeah, gold
Yeah.
pieces.
Golden peaches.
I
Golden
love gold
peaches.
peaches.
So you get a bag of 200 gold pieces, and the bag itself is very fanciful as well, made of silk and beautiful, ornate.
Does that mean one person gets 67? No, wait, it's 3 ways.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know how math works
Oh.
anymore.
Yeah, math is hard.
2 people get 67. I'll take the 66. Okay.
Okay. Well, that
We
will
got the
certainly cover
information
any.
we could get.
So we need to go find the Banditi and stop them doing Bandito things.
Yeah. And he said 3
Also,
weeks.
stop them from overthrowing the barony.
The bar-
And he was going to let us check out the vault of exciting things beforehand.
Indeed, he goes, and whenever you are ready, my servant will take you to the Vault of Fortunes, where you will pick out whatever you wish to have.
If if it is not too much to ask, can our intern accompany us in this? I
I do
understand
not
that he is new, but we would like to welcome into the fold properly.
I do not see a problem with this, as long as it is what you wish. It is, of course, your reward, and yours to do whatever you wish with. So there are no problems there.
I'm going to send a servant to fetch the intern then.
Yes, of course, no worries. Any servant will do, except for this one. Well, no, this one is fine as well, because he won't be able to lead you to the vault until your intern gets here. So if you want to send him, that's fine, whatever you want.
Off we go.
All right, yeah. So you guys send the intern. I mean, you send the servant to get the intern. And he does so, fetching your new tiefling compatriot.
Our intern.
Your intern. And once he has been fetched, you head down to the servant guides you down into the depths of Castle Ishmael, where the beautiful stones that lit up the halls disappear, replaced with simple torches on sconces, as you head deeper and deeper into the depths of the castle. And as you get down to what you assume is the level with the Vault of Fortunes, you notice that the guard presence here is increased by a factor of a lot. There are way more guards here than there were upstairs, and they are almost side by side as you walk down this hall towards a large, grand room. but before you enter, the servant asks you to stand in a certain spot marked with a red circular stone indent. Please stand there for a moment.
What's that for?
It
If
is
I may
to
ask.
it is to mark how many items you have on your person, so that there are not taken more than are allowed.
Oh.
Okay.
How many are we
Do not-
allowed?
One apiece.
Just one.
You are allowed one.
Perfect. I'll stand there.
Okay. Do all of you stand there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel well, you don't really feel anything happen, but anybody with spellcraft can make me a spellcraft check.
So Aaron and Niscali.
Like, not good at it, but I can make it.
I guess I might as well.
Yeah, so Aaron knows that this is a weird twist on detect magic, though he's not quite sure
So it's
what
gonna
else
count.
it's doing.
I can kind of infer that it's going to count the items that it detects.
You definitely can. And after you guys have stood there for some 18 to 30 seconds, you jump off of the indent and head into this grand room. It is almost cavernous in nature. The walls are not as slick as those of the castle, as the room is quite expansive. And you head into this room, and you do note that he was true to his words. There are items of every nature here, though you feel immediately upon entering that your magic no longer works, as you have entered into an anti-magic zone.
Oh, and she becomes a goblin.
Yep. There's suddenly a goblin just standing
Oh,
there.
that's so
With
bad.
very, very like normal clothes or I guess
So
a breastplate.
Okay, so how would this unfold? So the servant is waiting at the entrance, kind of looking after you, and I'm imagining that as soon as you guys enter, you start to feel the change happen. So as you're feeling this change start to happen, like it's not instantaneous, what do? How do you react?
I don't think because it doesn't really. It's just like a image like over, kind of covering me, so it doesn't like feel like anything to Nazcali as
Okay.
he's using the hat. That's how I at least always thought it works.
You won't even
Like
notice.
it's just you touch yourself, feel normal, then you look in the mirror and suddenly you're someone else. You don't really feel
So
so.
we
Maybe
can
he doesn't even just he's looking around and doesn't even realize that he's a goblin again.
So we can
Until someone
say that
pointed out to him.
we can say that you don't notice it, but I'll say that everybody else definitely does. Like Steve and Aaron, you notice the change start to happen, and especially Aaron, you immediately notice that you've entered into an anti-magic zone, and so you can infer what's about to happen to Niscali. So how do you
I'm
guys
going
react?
to nonchalantly remove my courtier cloak and accidentally drop it on top of Niscali.
Okay.
I feel like I had to be honest, or else this doesn't go too well. So I will actually have to turn to the servant, and I'll point out this is inside here cancels all magic, correct?
Yes, that would be accurate to say.
So that there's no surprises, then it should be known that our gnome companion here disguises himself, and that the spell that he uses will fade. Don't be startled.
Yes, of course. And he kind of looks over, and he just sees the the courtier's cloak having fallen on Nazcali. Though I don't see much
baffled
of a
and just
change.
kind of rustles through the clothes like,
What was that?
You'll probably notice it before too long.
All right then, I shall prepare myself, I suppose. And so the servant just goes back to looking in. And so yeah, you guys head into this anti-magic zone, this cavernous room filled to the brim with magic items. What do you want to take? What do you want to take?
This is going to take some thought.
So do we just choose a slot and then take something that fits that slot, or?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, how does this work?
What
It's
are the
literally-
restrictions here?
It's literally just they have every type of item, but you can only pick one of them.
Yeah, but like, what's the limits? Because some items are ridiculous.
Well, we don't know what they are.
Yeah,
You just get an
Yeah,
item,
you
you
don't
get a
know.
necklace, you get a cloak, you
You
don't know what
just-
the cloak does until you leave it.
yeah. Much like you don't know the AC of creatures, you also don't know the mechanics behind how this is picked. You just
just-
pick an item and you get something.
You just pick a mundane looking item, and then when you leave, it becomes something else.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll take some gloves.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see. What am I
it-
wearing? I have a cloak of elven kind on. I have an amulet of spellcraft.
Unless there's a longsword. I might take a longsword instead.
Again, every type. So yeah, there is longswords.
I don't know. Feet, rings, wrists, belts, headbands, eyes.
There are weapons in any size.
Yeah, I guess there would be.
You have given us a tough decision, sir.
I know. That's the point.
I mean, I have no idea what the thing's going to do. If it's magical, it's going to be better than what I have, so I'll just go with the safe choice.
I haven't played Pathfinder enough. I don't even know what or what spellcasters normally get.
I mean, even if you choose a slot that you think would give you a good thing, you might just get something you don't need. Like,
Who knows?
Just choose a slot you don't think you're going to use, and you'll have something.
I would like a ring.
Okie doke.
Steve is going to go for a necklace right now.
I'm gonna take a small battle aspergillum.
What did you say? A small
Battle
aspergillum?
aspergillum, it's in the simple weapons.
Okay. You take a small
It's the
battle
weapon I have currently.
aspergillum. Okay. So I'm going to do the weapons first. This is going to be the long sword, let's say.
I already have
Okay.
a wand, so
So you find a +1 Heartseeker longsword. A Heartseeker weapon is drawn unerringly towards beating hearts. A Heartseeker weapon ignores the mischance for concealment against most living targets, though the attack must still target the proper square. This special ability does not apply to aberrations, oozes, plants, outsiders with the elemental subtype, or any creature specifically noted to lack a heart.
Is that what I got?
Yeah, that's what you got.
Okay.
So it is a +1 Heartseeker longsword. And you get a... okay. Okay then. You get a +1 throwing aspergillum. A melee weapon crafted with this ability gains a range increment of 10 feet and can be thrown by a wielder proficient in its normal use.
Okay.
But does it come back after you throw it?
No, I think that's like recalling.
Yeah, there's a different thing for that.
So, not sure Niscali's going to want to throw her Holy Sprinkler then.
Not particularly, no.
I suppose.
But it's a +1, so it's magical.
Yeah, that's something. And you know what? Besides, if we do this thing for the what's his name there, we'll have another shot at this. So
What was the range on it?
I assume an Aspergillum doesn't have
No.
any range increments. No, so it's
No. 10 feet.
10. Yeah. Okay. The necklace is a Feychild necklace. This necklace is set with a bloodstone sculpted to look like a scintillating green eye. It gives the wearer a +4 competence bonus on charisma checks and charisma-based checks made to interact with gnomes, a +2 competence bonus on similar checks when dealing with beings of the Fey creature type, and a -2 penalty on similar checks when interacting with anyone else. The wearer can read, speak, and understand the gnome language. If the wearer is not a gnome, she gains low light vision, and may cast dancing lights, ghost sound, prestidigitation, and speak with animals, each once per day as a spell-like ability.
So I'm going to be the biggest gnome in the world.
Yes, the biggest, ugliest gnome in the world.
My mom says I look pretty.
Your mom's wrong.
What was that actually called? Fate's Child necklace?
Feychild.
Feychild. Nothing coming up for that on the Interbuds. If you could give me the text for that when you have a chance.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna.
Now
All I
getting
heard
this,
was.
I'm very curious as to what the gloves would have been.
Okie doke, and the ring is here. Corner shot. And the ring is a ring of mind shielding. This ring is usually of fine workmanship and wrought from heavy gold. The wearer is continually immune to detect thoughts, discern lies, and any attempt to magically discern her alignment.
I like it.
So that is what you guys get. And let me now link to these bits.
Oh, that's why I was fine. I was misspelling Fey. Cool. I have low light vision now. Yeah.
I mean,
not
that's
totally
not going to
blind
help you in the dark.
Only in pitch darkness, but I'm no longer totally blind whenever it's less than bright. So, I will take what I can get.
I love that it's very fitting for you that that it gives you a -2 penalty for interacting with anyone else but gnomes and Fae, because it's pretty fitting for Steve, weird looking boy.
Yeah.
As you guys exit the vault, and I assume that nobody's trying to take any more items than they should.
Accurate assessment.
No.
The head honcho boy, not the head honcho, the servant goes, I trust everyone is satisfied with their keep.
Well, yes. We would be ungrateful otherwise.
Of course. And he smiles. Well, if there is nothing else, shall I escort you gentlemen to your establishment?
Okay.
And so the servant escorts you back to the inn, where you go. So what do you guys want to do at this juncture? It's around maybe 12 in the day.
Go sell away that eyeball.
You already did that.
Did we?
Yeah, you did that before you went to the.
I thought we were talk about doing it, but did we actually sell it?
I mean, I did say that you get 175 GP for it.
Okay, sorry, I thought I missed that.
We should divvy that up then. 3 ways.
175. Put it in. I did it earlier. I don't remember what it was. Like 60 gold or something.
58.3. So one person gets
58.
59.
I took 58. So.
Okay.
Did you guys want to divvy up the items from Gendoku?
Yeah, we should probably take care of that before we head out to do this urgent mission for Duke Watts' face.
You mean the king?
You mean
Baron.
Baron.
I know.
Did we bury him with his dagger or keep his dagger?
You kept it.
I'm pretty sure I thought we buried him with his dagger.
No? I said not to.
Oh.
I mean, I would have taken the Creo's dagger, but probably buried him with his own dagger because he
Yeah,
had
that's
2
fine.
different.
As long as you
Because
keep...
he had other weapons, so I would have taken I have the silver kukri marked down. I would have taken that, but I would have buried him with his other weapons.
So I guess let's give the muleback course to Nescali if he doesn't already have a shoulder item.
I don't have a shoulder item, no, but are they size specific?
No,
They would change either way.
Okay.
It's magic, so it resizes itself.
Okay, just some things change and some things don't, and I don't know what's what anymore. So it's
Mundane
just
items
safe.
don't, magic items do.
Not all magic items still, so I'm just asking to be sure. So good to know.
Well, magic items that don't are the exception.
Oh gosh, there's more.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, he did die.
Yeah.
And that should be a thing that I think you guys would take.
Well, yeah, like, obviously personal stuff would not have been taken, but other things be useful.
And if you couldn't guess from the armor of my character, I am slightly tankish, so don't know if you want to give any of that to the new character or not.
Well, yes, about it.
Well, Cadence doesn't know if they have the items.
We'd probably be doing this like in someone's room, just the three of us.
Yeah.
Not like out in the open somewhere, just divvying up stuff. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
we're out in the middle of the
exactly feel
market,
right.
just like,
Yeah,
yeah, here's dead buddy's stuff here. We'll just ghoulishly go over it and trade it to one another. Like the ghouls, you know we are. Ghouls. I feel like I didn't get any sleep last night. Okay, so I just put everything into the loot page. Waiting for oh, sorry. Who gets what? Whatnot.
Apparently nobody wants any of it.
Throw it to the gutter.
Well,
That girl's gonna be very
trade it all.
expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boon for whoever finds it.
We could donate it all to a orphanarium.
Yeah, we still have the fancy dagger. Never did anything with it.
You guys are great at making these tough moral decisions of who gets what.
Well, I took the mealback cords.
I just
Who
don't
wants
know
the-
if there's anything I can use. Like a thief's tools are not useful to me. What is a
Yeah.
thunderstone?
I mean, the
Thunderstone makes a lot of noise.
are
Uh,
It's little stun stone. It's like a flashbang, but magic.
It's more noise, but yeah.
I mean, I think it inflicts the dazzled condition for 1
So,
round.
is the dagger with gold filigree the dagger?
I think so.
The
The
gold filigree thing
dagger
is what we
is
got
the
ages ago.
Dagger, yes.
That's
Oh my
a
God.
dagger.
Which dagger? Is it the dagger that we didn't want to throw away?
Yes.
Possibly.
Dagger.
I don't keep track of your guys' stuff.
Yeah, it was like
all that.
this fancy dagger that we couldn't really like create. Like it belongs to some noble somewhere. Like it was stolen from them.
It
Or was it
belongs. It has the crest of family Ebenwood on it, who are a noble house in Arx.
I would like to take that dagger.
Okay.
I have a potential use in the future of the dagger. And are those nobles close?
They are apparently 862 miles away.
That's fine. Are those nobles close? Is that what it means? when it
Oh,
says nobles
clothes.
underneath. What is that?
I don't know. That's Genboki.
What does it say? Nuppies.
What?
What is nobles?
That's when
the
we
nob-
appraised it. We think we could sell it to about 400 gold to nobles at somewhere, but we couldn't get that much money in Black Hollow because nobody wanted to actually have the dagger.
I think someone told us about it.
Yeah, nobody had enough money to in Black Hollow.
Perfect. I'm gonna keep it on my person because there could be a potential use of this in the future if I need
Okay.
to impersonate a noble. So,
Okay.
yeah. Not to burst anybody's bubble if they wanted money.
Straight in the
As long
gutter.
as I. Now I gotta figure out how much it costs for buying Noble's clothes, because now I might need a Noble's outfit.
Just does nobody want the Amulet Natural Armor, the Eyes of the Eagle?
What are the eyes of the eagle? Are they like glasses? Do
Yes,
they look
they're
weird?
glasses.
They
Are
give
they
you enhanced
goggles?
perception, I think.
Oh, they're those goggles. Got it. Well, my perception is already not that high because I don't have that high of a stat. So if somebody actually has the stat to go to back up perception, I would suggest it goes to that person to make them better at that. I already have an amulet that I use.
As do I.
I don't know if you're even
Wait.
including my character in this, but I have a plus 10 to perception.
Yeah, we are. You are the intern, and it behooves us to outfit you properly.
Oh, that's Genboki, sorry. My perception is less than that, most likely.
Wait, Genboki had plus 10 to perception. Oh yeah, with the goggles.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the goggles. My perception is 6. So I have more
I have
perception
7.
than Genboki did. Yeah, you can give it this guy. They have the high perception.
What did we do with the special dagger?
You just have it.
I'm just holding on to it.
Okay, you're gonna carry that.
Yeah, I got that marked.
Deal. Climber's kit. Dude, you got a whole lot of crap. Is anybody good at climbing?
Not anymore.
No.
I mean, by sheer virtue of strength, I kind of am, but I have no ranks in climbing.
I have no need for all those potions and stuff because I already have a mountain of Cure Light Wound stuff. If anybody else needs to carry
I'll
some.
add them to my inventory then.
Yeah. I can probably add that alchemist fire to my already good stack of alchemist fire. And yeah, there we go. Whoever wants the amulet, if anyone has an amulet slot.
I can use it.
Take it.
I guess I'll take the Eyes of the Eagle.
Yeah.
And who's taking this studded leather +1?
I can't wear armor, so not me.
Yeah. I've already got a chain shirt +1, so I mean, we could just sell it. What about the new guy?
I have full plate, so it'd be a downgrade for me.
Okay, sounds like we are selling it.
Is it? What is it like?
It's just a +1
1,000.
stud.
Yes, it's 1,170 gold to buy, so half that to sell, I think.
Yes.
Oh man, I was so close. 1,175. So half that.
I feel like I need to warm up a burrito in a sec.
So you can sell it for 587. Yeah, 587.
So 146 each.
And if we're selling stuff, then I'll just sell away my previous weapon,
Okay.
which wasn't much. It was just a masterwork.
So
Yeah.
100 and
It's merely masterwork.
something.
About 150.
Yeah,
Like
150.
by itself, it was 5 gold.
Yes. Ooh, 152 and 5 silver.
Whoa!
Cash money.
Just so I don't have to carry that around anymore.
Why do I always have so much gold?
But
Well, why don't you have a weightless carrying thing for your gold?
I do.
If you don't want your money, you can give it to me.
I have a bag of holding. That now all my gold. I put all my gold in a little money sack and I put it inside my bag of holding. I stuff a bag of gold inside of a bag.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that.
Creates a black hole.
I was really,
No.
I was really
Bag of
hoping that
gold
none of,
doesn't-
I was hoping that none of you knew that, and I would be able to drop a portable hole into the loot somewhere, and you'd just be like, I put it inside my bag of holding. I'd be like, yes, yeah,
We all die.
yeah. Well, no, you get transported to the astral plane, if I remember correctly. I think.
I could imagine there being circumstances where you'd want to carry a hole with you to do that. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
definitely.
oh no shit, fucking run, boom.
It happens immediately.
Yeah.
You can't run away from it.
Yeah.
No, like you need to run. You're gonna die. So you stuff the portable hold inside the bag of holding and go to the astral plane to survive.
Well, I mean, I read a
If
story about a
you-
campaign where there was like, I don't think it was a Thrask, but something big, and they were losing bad. So one of their members just told one of the like throw me at it, and just when it was swallowed, he did that, and
Yeah.
the monster imploded, and it was pretty magnificent.
Yeah. It works,
It's a
but
good
I think the
legend.
problem the problem with like using it as an escape method, like going to the astral plane, is that you then need a way back from the astral plane, which
Yeah,
is
but what if your options are death or trying to find a way out of the astral plane?
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather find my way out of the plane. Maybe I get stuck there. Who cares? Whatever. At least I'm alive and stuck there.
Then you have to worry about the
Yeah.
natives of the astral plane coming to kill you.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully,
I mean,
It's-
surely they're going to be very friendly and welcoming, right?
hopefully it's less immediately dangerous.
There
Oh,
is
yeah.
the astral plane. They're all hippies, right?
Yeah,
And-
the astral plane's a big tourist destination.
Hmm.
So like
Odds are,
yeah.
if I'm a high enough level spellcaster, I probably have spells that take a ritual that can make me jump
Yeah.
between planes.
Oh yeah,
I
you
just
could
don't
also
have
always.
enough time in the middle of a fight to be able to do that.
Yeah, there's also always chaos burst dimension door.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. You gotta think of
Plane.
it. You gotta think of it as
Dimension
from the
door's not
perspective
planar
of-
travel though.
Whatever the planar travel is.
Planar
You gotta
gates, I think.
Shift is a
Yeah, planar gate. Yeah.
standard action.
You have to consider, what if I'm in the middle of a battle and I have no spell slots left?
Why are we
Or-
talking about back of holding
I
shenanigans?
don't know. I do not know.
I don't know. We got off subject. This happens.
So,
So you
what's
guys
the
have-
plan?
Yeah, what is your plan?
We have turned in, got all our gold, split stuff up. How far away is it that we have to go?
Was Exeter? Are we going to Homeland to take a boat?
I don't know.
Is
It's
there a
one
boat?
of. Yes, there is a boat from Hamlet, but you could also go the
That's-
land route.
Like 244 miles?
Yeah, it's like 10 days travel, maybe. Something like that, maybe a bit more.
Do we have like a read handout that explains what this stuff is?
What
What
stuff
stuff?
is?
Exetor and the mission. I kind of get the mission, but
There is a handout. It's
Oh.
called the Map Legend. Omelette and Exeter are just six settlements. And that's what you need to know.
They're towns. You can make knowledges to
Well,
if you want to
no.
know more about
What? No.
for
Yeah.
our mission, like do we have like a write up of like the group that we're going after, so I don't forget?
it. They're bandits, and they are planning to overthrow Calixia, according to the Baron.
Okay, and they're somewhere near Exeter.
They are about maybe a few miles outside of.
Is this
Exeter.
all Calixia?
No. This from here, like here. That's
Okay.
Calixia.
It just
I should.
just looked a bit weird with the
Yeah,
boundaries. Like, what was
I-
this counted as? Because it looks like it's a Calixia. Okay, there we go.
There
Well,
we are.
Exeter is
I
its
should-
own little nation.
Yeah, or yeah, well, I could explain it more if you had a knowledge, history, or geography,
Yeah, sure.
I
Here,
already have
let me
religion.
give it to you.
or knowledge, nobility, knowledge, nobility, geography, possibly local.
There's
knowledge,
you go,
nobility. Okay, so you know that Bedegar and Calixia have long had a feud over who is allowed to tax Exeter, which eventually escalated into a war and then a non-aggression treaty, so that neither of them are currently taxing Exeter.
So it's like the land of the tax free.
Yes, kind of, and it has given growth to a very large economy. Like Exeter has become almost an economic powerhouse due to their tax-free nature, but it has also given rise to some crime.
Taxation
there.
is theft.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, through a tenuous agreement, these baronies competing for Exeter have agreed not to tax them, which has allowed Exeter to grow into the economic powerhouse it is today. It is, what was that knowledge? Nobility. Okay, yeah. That is what you know about Exeter and the Calixia and Bedegar situation.
Aye. There you go. I relay all the information that I have remembered.
You do so.
Oh yeah, I also forgot. Genpoki had money.
He had 125 platinum pieces and
Yeah.
something else.
We are rich.
That's the money that Genbogi had.
Son of a bitch. Dear Lord. Now let's convert all. Oh. That probably needs to be divided or something. Is that gold?
Yee.
How'd you do
How do you do what? Maths?
that? Okay. That's what I have to do right now is maths.
I like I've just joined and I'm getting all this stuff.
Hey, getting the cash.
We're just
If you don't
Trying
pay
to
your
make- We're gonna-
interns, they eventually
One of the
quit from being disgruntled.
We're gonna have to prepare for this, whatever is to come. So
okay. Cool. Now that I have more gold than I think I can like understand or comprehend. I think I need to break and warm up a burrito real quick. I'm really hungry.
Okie doke, we can take a quick 5 minute. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a quick 5 minute break.
we good to go?
I think Aaron is still doing burrito.
Goose, if I wanted to get a masterwork tools for intimidation, what would they be?
Can't you? Can you get masterwork tools for charisma things?
You can get masterwork tools for anything.
Are you sure? Am I?
There's even a example of +2 circus sets bonus to diplomacy for tools.
Oh, really? Tell me, what is the masterwork tool for diplomacy?
It is perfume.
Okay. What do you imagine? What do you imagine that the masterwork tool for your thing
I was thinking
is?
it was either going to be spikes I put on my shield or armor, or like a very scary mask.
I was thinking of mask as well. But what do you want it to be?
Well, I wanted it to be spikes, so it doesn't really interfere with any other stuff, and people can see my face.
So it can be spikes. I did not know that you could get masterwork tools for anything. That's cool.
Yeah, you can even get books that give you a bonus to knowledges if you read them for an hour, I think.
Yeah, I knew about those babies, but I didn't know about. I thought masterwork tools were very specifically like only for.
There are like tool sets and tool kits, like tools for artisans, thieves' tools, but then there's just tool masterwork, which encompasses any skills that don't have a specific item.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I have to keep that in mind as I play characters with intimidation and weird stuff, carpentry. I need my Jesus kit to be a good carpenter.
Alright, I'll just buy those here.
Okay.
So now I'm even more spiky.
Spiker boy. Spiker boy.
I also have to change the spell I've prepared because that no longer helps me.
The what you prepared?
I have magic weapon prepared, which does the same as the +1 enhancement. So there's no point me having that spell.
Yeah, no, there is not.
I return with a plate of need better.
Wow, you broke up a lot during
Yeah,
that
I had
one
no idea what he
sentence.
said.
No, that wasn't.
Yeah,
That was me breaking up actually.
Oh, as the
Mentally
human.
breaking
Okay.
up. Because I sat down and said I'm back, and then I read what was on the screen, and then immediately started reading that instead and laughing.
Oh boy.
So I
Okie
broke
doke.
up my own voice.
Okay. Okay, so I am just curious what your plans are. Are you heading straight to Exeter? Or what?
Well, if we're preparing, I do have an item that Aaron could craft me if he tells me he can craft.
I'm pretty sure that I would bring up to the previous party members if there's anything we can think of making that we might need. I can make it.
Well, I'll give you something to craft if you're free. For me.
How long will it take?
It will take 1.5 days.
Because we are on a time clock on this one.
Yeah, we should probably get going with that sooner rather than later.
Well, let's see. How long can I cut that down to?
What's
Can I-
the DC?
Yeah, what's the DC already?
DC is 6.
Okay, so you could cut that by half. I think because half is like the max that you can cut it by.
Yes.
So you'd cut it from 8. You'd cut it from 12 hours to 6 hours.
Okay. How long is our travel time?
It depends on which route you're going.
If we're taking the boat, you could craft it on the boat.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, what if I crafted it over the next couple days while traveling? It would take a little longer, but if I'm like expediting it at a higher DC, that additional time should make it about the same amount of time it would normally take.
It's about 12. Actually, I need to check out the ships one. You could probably find a galley to take you, but it would just be expensive. Although the 200 gold he gave you would definitely cover that expense, I think. Let's see here.
Might be also the works of magic too.
One silver piece per mile. Okay. It's 168 miles. Is that per person? That's probably per person. Still, that's not that bad. It's like, what's that, 17 gold a piece? So 34 going into, what is it? It's 34. That's 68 gold in total for the galley, and it's 2 days on the galley. I think this might actually be much faster. Yeah, this is actually the fastest way to get there, because you go to Hamlet, catch a galley that's coming in from God who knows where, heading to Exeter, going at 96 miles a day. So it would only be a 7-day journey in total, it looks like. So is that what you are doing?
Sounds like a good deal to me. And then I'll craft your dagger on the way.
It's not a dagger.
Okay.
What is it?
It is a suit of
I can't
horror.
craft daggers.
Did you say a suit of horror?
Yes, a suit of horror.
Of horror. Okay.
It's basically a custom skill bonus item I want you to make. Boost my intimidation.
I see. Good deal.
I found it. I found the suit of horror.
Perfect.
Terrifying.
I love it.
Approved.
Intimidation level.
Genius.
Intimidation level plus 10.
So what does it give you? A plus?
This one would be a
Fine.
+4.
Nice. So it's what, 20? Is that a plus 20 to intimidation in total?
It's maybe. Yes, when I get that, it'll be +20.
Yeah, 14 plus your masterwork plus your.
And the
Wow.
enemy used to be at a -4 DC, so technically I have 24.
Jesus Christ! I'm scared. I'm scared, and you haven't even intimidated me. That's how scary it is. That is crazy. Look forward to seeing this boy in action. So, you guys are traveling over the Heartlands, and though not as dangerous as Darkened Wood, there is always a chance. A chance
Take a chance, take
of
a
a random
chance.
encounter.
Chance.
And I'm going to roll for that real soon. How long does a... I don't... Like...
It's 2,000
ooh, I
gold
should-
pieces.
So that's 2 days, which he can cut down to 1 day, which is 8 hours. So yeah, he could. How are you guys getting to Hamlet? Are you taking horses? Are you taking a carriage? What are you doing?
I thought we were taking a boat.
It'll take
Two.
a boat.
We gotta get
We
the
need-
We need to get to
we
Hamlet
can't take
first.
Okay.
Yeah. So from Jokanth to Hamlet, how are you getting there? You
I'm a
have
little
the
gun
3
shy around horses. Yeah, we
Fair
do.
point.
But last time we took horses anywhere, we
I don't think it was the fault of the horses that he died. I
Yeah,
should
but
point that out.
What if the horses are cursed?
No, you left the
What if the
horse.
horses are like attracting horrible nightmares?
I mean,
Even if we take like a coach or whatever, it still has horses.
Think of it this way.
There's gonna be
we
horses involved in this travel one way or another.
We made
Whether we
the
ride them or
road-
not.
We made the road from Black Hollow to Jokanth a little more safe, even though one of us
We
died.
did. Oh,
So we'll do the same for Hamlet.
okay. So
Okay.
you guys
Okay.
are riding
I
the
accept your
horses.
explanation. Let's do this.
directly to Hamlet, 127 miles. So that's going to be what, 3 days of horsed travel. A low chance of randy things. Un momento.
There's so many spells I can take that don't really help me at all.
Okay, well, you guys are.
The only question is who dies on this journey?
Yeah, who dies on this?
Not it.
Any volunteers?
New person dies. Immediately dead. Immediately. This is not.
He is the token tiefling.
Might
Yes,
I
yes, he
inquire,
is.
outside of game, what is your new class, Mister?
Well, that's a secret. Just don't look at the
Yeah,
stream.
It's a
Yeah, it's in the stream chat.
don't watch that stream then.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a really poor kept secret.
yeah.
It's
I'm
a secret to
broadcasting
everyone.
it to many and many a peoples.
All you
I-
do is make everyone click on the stream by saying that.
I know.
No, don't watch the stream.
I know. What sort of possible ulterior motive could he possibly have?
I mean, as players, you can know I'm an anti-paladin. As characters, you have no idea.
Yeah, no.
I
Perfect.
did not know that anti-paladins were a thing in Pathfinder.
Neither did I. This is new.
The more you
Is
know.
it underneath Paladin?
It's a type of paladin,
It's
yeah.
but it's its own class.
Yeah.
It has its own archetypes and all kinds of good
Oh.
stuff.
Huh. Interesting.
Is this boy? Oh,
Is it
hungry
a
boy.
third-party class?
No, it's
No.
a full class.
I
Straight
think
out the
it's,
Paizo.
because Paladin has to always be like lawful good, so it's a way to play Paladin but not being lawful good.
Also,
underneath
if
the-
you if
Kind of.
you
Okay.
lose your alignment, you become an anti-paladin from a paladin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's that.
yeah. Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although that makes your alignment scary, but we won't know that for a while.
No, we don't. We definitely do not know that his alignment is scary, other than the fact that he did cause a dude massive corruption just by touching him.
We
Self-defense.
have
It was self-defense.
murdered countless people. and
But we
you
haven't
consider-
corrupted them, Beth.
I didn't corrupt them.
was
I brought their
suspicious.
sins to the surface.
Self-defense.
Well, I mean, I know there are those abilities.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying that
that's
as
not
well.
how normal people talk.
Wow. You're bringing
I mean,
race into this now,
My
aren't you?
person legitimately
Also-
has consumed people's life force to get.
Oh yeah,
replenished
he
his
literally
I-
does that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
I've never
literally- We did it. I did it in front of everybody. Walked
didn't
up and
see you do
sucked the life out of a guy that was on the.
I will point out that you only have 3 horses since one of them became pound cake, and you are 4 people. So I'm assuming that Cadence
Scully's
is
small.
Yeah, I'm small.
yeah.
We can share.
So-
I can
what are you
ride
doing?
with someone else.
Okay, so you're sharing.
Both Niscali and Aaron are kind of small.
So, well, I'm
So
literally
who's-
small.
Steve and Cadence are not small.
So who's riding with whom? I don't. Yeah, I gotta.
There's probably
I'm
more
just
space
gonna
on
be
my
riding.
horse.
So Aaron and
Oh, yeah, sure.
Niscali and Cadence and Steve.
Before we leave, I'm gonna either buy or make myself a new flask of holy water. It's about
Okay,
the same cost,
yeah.
I think.
That's
Let me just.
I don't know how holy water works. How do you like?
You just
Can you
cast
just
bless
make
on
it?
water.
Yeah, there's blessed
Oh, yeah.
water, but I think it's pretty much if you just buy it or if you make it, it costs the material, which I really forget what exactly it was. Like 50 gold, I think.
Yeah, but you can definitely do that. So
Just
you
to have that
you bless
handy.
some water before heading out.
She's in on cadence.
Blessed water, make holy water.
You can do what
So
on me?
your
5 pounds of powdered silver worth 25 gold. So I'm gonna do that.
Rain, what did you say you're going to do on me?
I'm worried.
Splash the holy water on cadence.
Doesn't affect me, so I'm fine.
Oh god.
Yeah, like I
Obviously,
have
he's
things
good.
that
Holy water doesn't
like-
have any impact on him.
I
okay,
detect
so
undead,
So we
but I
should
don't
totally
know
trust
about
him completely.
Chalked up, done. That's all we needed.
blob.
There's nothing.
Okay, so you guys travel throughout the first day without issue, and you make camp in a somewhat of a clearing in the forest. There is the forest around here is pretty sparse. There are trees maybe once every 10 feet or so, but a forest it is nonetheless. And as you guys are camping, it's all chill and good, and you head to sleep. And who is taking which watches? Like, what is your watch order?
Steve shall go in the front.
So Steve is first watch. Who takes second watch, etc., etc.
I'll take the final watch.
It looks like the last two of us are in the middle. I don't know if order matters.
I'll take the third.
Okay.
That makes
so
me
it-
second.
So Steve, Aaron, Cadence, and Niscali. So, so as you guys wind down for sleep and Steve takes his watch, I would like Steve to make me a perception check.
Oops, I hit that twice.
Well,
I got a 14, not a 17.
that is fine. Steve, as you are going through your watch, you notice some movement in the bushes a few meters from you, but after a few tense moments, it reveals itself to have just been a teeny tiny squirrel of no importance.
It's a spy.
It's a spy. Kill it.
I punch it.
You run up to the squirrel and punch it, immediately breaking its back and neck. It dies horribly as it twists upon your fist. Okay, so Steve bites into the
It's
squirrel.
either that or I punch it.
Raw. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the first watch goes by uneventfully, and the what was second watch? I've immediately forgotten.
Aaron.
Was it Aaron? Yeah. Aaron's watch also goes by uneventfully, but Cadence, I need you to make me a perception check as your watch goes not so well. Hot diggity daffodil. So as first roll. Yeah, okay. So as you are going about your watch, picking at the dwindling campfire, you hear some loud growling coming from the forest to the south. And what you make out about 60 feet away from you and coming closer is a large reptilian beast with spikes covering its entire body. It doesn't seem to have noticed you specifically yet, but it is drawn towards the light and moving towards you fast. What do you want to do?
I shall kick at the party members that are near me.
Okay, so you kick at Niscali and Steve, waking them up, and at that movement, the large creature seems to notice that somebody is there, and it starts charging towards you. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll me some initiatives.
Initiative! Where's my person?
Oh boy.
Rolling
I
that
do
dice.
have low light vision now, so I'm not completely blind. But I still can't see anything.
That's why I left the campfire, just so you could see.
Yeah, you should be able to see all beyond.
All I see is darkness. Darkness surrounds everything around me.
Well, that's sad. I'll get some fire for you.
My old friend.
That is a big boy.
Indeed it is. All players see light. Steve, do you see now?
I now see light and stuff.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent.
Since this was during my watch, would I be wearing my armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Huh, would I be wearing my armor since... Wait a minute.
No. Also, you don't
I'm an
wear armor.
arcanist.
You silly boy. You silly boy.
I also have no armor on currently.
Sorry, I had to. It's too funny.
Hey. Okay. Descending. Okay, so we start out with Steve, who is currently lying prone as he has just been awoken from his slumber. Aaron is still asleep, little boy.
Steve is going to jump up and. Does that thing look at all fey? Possibly different. And I got it.
You can make me like a knowledge arcana, I guess.
Okay, I have no ranks in that, so.
So you can't make that check then. So no, you don't. You don't know. It could be. It could be fey. It could be a humanoid. You don't know.
I got knowledge local.
And Arcana.
Oh, I've also got dungeoneering.
I got religion.
Dungeoneering. Dungeoneering does not help with this. Unfortunately.
It's okay, I got your back. Knowledge Arcana is my jam.
You're weird.
Okay.
It's my jam.
You need to be woken up first.
All right, so I'm going to grab a burning stick from the fire and wave it at the critter and tell it to go away.
Okay, so
Hey, you! Be gone!
Be gone!
I'm going to be very loud to ensure that everybody in our area hears and wakes up.
Okay, Aaron, make me a perception check. I think it's like DC. Let's see here.
I mean, Steve is yelling right next to his ear.
Yeah, DC. I think he would just straight up wake up.
DC 5.
Yeah, it's like DC 5, so he would just automatically wake up. Okay, so that is going to be Steve's turn, and it is now Aaron's turn, who is lying prone on the ground as a sleeper boy.
I stand up.
You stand up.
I turn to look at the thing wandering in.
You can make me an Arcana as a free action.
Holy cow. I know
you know what? Yeah, you know what this baby is. It's a hodag.
A what dag?
It is a magical beast.
Your mom's a hodag?
Wow.
Wow.
That's too far
That's
gone.
Rude.
That's just rude. Yeah, wow.
Rude.
Yeah,
These are some boy.
These are some brutal boys. They angry boys. They can burrow and stuff.
I like
Do
it.
all kinds of things.
Please feel free to share this information with the rest of us.
Yeah, I'll be like, it's a hodag. What is a hodag?
It's a big spiky lizard that usually
Somebody woke up.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
will.
they're secluded and territorial, so it is very likely that this is its territory, and you have wandered in here, and it ain't too happy.
Well, the good news is it won't have to worry about that when we're done with it.
That is okay. That is, yeah. I mean, that's a good point.
Okay. So that's what I know, and then by casting a spell that I normally don't cast because I normally don't have it, but I think I do this time. Bam. Oh my god, we chaos burst.
Hey! Let's go!
That's happened eventually.
Yeah, it finally happened.
Oh, man.
You know, statistically, it had to happen eventually.
It had to happen eventually.
Not necessarily.
Wait,
all
what's the
the
spell? It's
spells
mage
for
armor.
it
Oh, it's
to
great.
happen on. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
See
What
what
did I
happens
just
here.
do? This is crazy.
I mean, makes sense. You literally just woke up and you're kind of out of it because of it. So it's
Hey, did I just kill myself?
magic just goes haywire.
You get
You
two
fool, you
fools.
killed us all.
Don't do magic while sleep deprived people.
Sorry, I'm being interrupted by a very tenacious dog.
Woof.
Okay, so
Bark, bark.
wait. So
Arf.
okay, what were I need to remember what the rules exactly were. I put forth there. Cannot. Okay, cannot. Okay. So.
Oh boy.
So.
Sounds pretty
Oh my
good.
god.
Breathe.
This is the funniest. Oh my god. So you cast the spell, and you notice that red mist travel out from you, as it does every time you burst. And you're very close to this horse right over here,
Oh,
and
no.
and it is sleeping currently. But you notice
no.
as soon as you cast the spell that it begins frothing at the mouth and just kind of shakes violently. And it looks up at you with
Oh, no.
glowing red eyes and starts charging towards you.
Oh no.
Have you just summoned a demon horse?
Did I just give it rabies? What the fuck did I do?
You don't know, but it's looking at you with it's looking hungry and it's looking at you.
This fight just got
With
really hard.
Murder at its eyes. Oh boy.
We
Those
have
are very-
created another murder horse.
That was my standard.
More murder horses.
We lose more horses this way.
Oh wow, it has very good initiative apparently.
And that was my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say that the horse with its turn just kind of stands up and gets ready to go for Aaron. Okay, so then it is the Hodag's turn.
Oh,
so
boy.
the Hodag is going to... Can it charge? I'm not so sure that it can. Because of
I
this...
hope not.
Can it? I don't know. In any case, it is going to move up to Cadence, but it does not get its charge attack. So it's going to make a lame, losery normal attack. Okay. So it is going to make a vital strike with its bite. So it is going to snap its jaws at Cadence. I think that's just barely a hit on Cadence.
Yep, 20 feet my AC.
Yeah. So it is going to bite you for...
Boy.
for 12 points of damage as it just snaps at your arm, biting into it. And that is going to be its turn, and it is now Cadence's turn.
At being attacked and hearing some monstrous things behind me, Cadence is going to activate his unsightly gentleman shirt and go invisible.
Okay. Who's now an invisible boy. And then
And
do
I
any...
shall move to here.
Okay. And that is going to be his Toyan. I should actually move the Hodag, sorry. It is actually here, but it has 10-foot reach. So does that change where you...
Yes, I would go to there.
Yeah, okay. And then it is Niscali's turn.
Well, this situation. I'm going to stand up. Which provokes, or does the horse attack me?
No, the horse does not attack you.
Okay.
It seems entirely focused on...
Okay. And I'm gonna stand up with my Asper Kilum in my hand, and then I'm going to cast Bless.
You cast Bless, so now
So
everyone
people
is
are
blessed.
now blessed.
Blessed
Hooray!
is this day. And that is
Plus
going
Plus
to
1 on
be
attack.
your turn as we head into Steve's turn.
All right. Well, first thing Steve is doing is drinking his juice.
He is juicing up.
He is juiced. And then does it look like Cadence has things under control with the Hodag there?
No, you
It
can't
doesn't
see
look
him.
like any. Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't look like anything with Cadence because he's invisible.
Cadence took a bite and vanished.
And then there's the horse that's about to start gnawing on Aaron's face. So. Okay,
I
I'd
like
to
how
keep Aaron
before
on-
this you wanted to see what I can do, and now you can't see me.
Yep.
Yeah. So I like Aaron and I want to keep him alive, so I'm just going to go over here and get ready to grapple a horse with my impressive strength.
Okay, that's going to be your turn. So there's now the horse's turn. The horse is going to 5-foot step up over here, and then it is going to turn its very angry-looking face towards Aaron and make a full attack against him.
Boy. Watch me die to a horse.
That would actually be the funniest thing. 16 versus AC.
That meets.
What was that?
Meets.
Can you repeat? So hits.
Meets.
It hits. So hits. And that's going to be... it's actually a good amount of damage for... Yeah, you take 6 points of damage as it bites into your arm, and then it is going to try and hit you with both of its hooves. Both of which miss. And that is going to be the horse's turn, as we turn now to Aaron. This ravenous-looking horse is just biting at you and hooving at you, trying to get at you.
Of damage from a fucking horse.
Yeah.
I was not anticipating this.
No,
So,
I'm
no
shocked.
one
I can't
expects-
believe no one expects the Spanish chaos burst.
Yeah.
You said that. No, Spanish Inquisition.
No one expects the horse inquisition.
Yeah, the horse inquisition.
Nay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nay.
I mean, I guess they only like. I'm hoping whatever is going on with it is temporary because we kind of need the. This feels like a waste of spell slot, but
You'll get it back in the morning.
color
Uh,
spray on the horse.
so,
Bring to a march.
so you color
That
spray the
is going to
horse.
provoke from the horse, though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The
mean,
horse
gotta-
bites you.
I'd rather not kill the horse. I'd rather knock it unconscious. I
Okay,
already
that's
know
good.
what
Yeah,
happens.
sometimes you have to do what you got to do.
It actually, no, is that really the horse? The horse has crazy good saves. I don't know why they're so good, but
They've
Well,
been
yeah,
through a
it's
lot.
a
nimble
demon horse.
creatures.
but it still fails. So it has
How many hit dice
very-
does it have? Hopefully less
v-
than 3.
very few. It has 2 or less, so it is unconscious, blinded, or it's basically out of the combat. I think.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, it's most definitely out of the
There you go.
combat.
8
It
full
falls
turns
unconscious.
at least. So,
It just falls unconscious immediately.
Alright.
You still that issue out?
Need to
Oh,
monitor
sorry,
it when it
fix-
wakes up.
hopefully we can fix the horse.
Oh boy.
Hopefully we can fix the
okay.
horse.
So that is going to be Aaron's turn, unless he moves anywhere.
No, that's it.
Okay, then it is the Hodag's turn. So the Hodag is going to 5-foot step up here to take its full attack action on the Scully, because it has reach. And it does a lot of damage. Oh, and you are unarmed. Oh, this might actually
I have a weapon, but I don't have armor.
Yeah, you have no armor.
So
This,
yeah.
This might go very, very poorly.
Oh boy.
I
Let's
think.
find out.
Do. So I think these are poop. Okay, yeah. So these are all going to be with power attack on.
Oh boy.
The last words. So yeah.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a hit for 16. And then I think it's claw. Yeah, claw.
Misses.
Yeah, it's a miss. Claw 2. It's a crit.
No.
Let's see here. So to confirm.
Can Pokemon coming after you?
Is that a miss?
Oh,
That's a miss.
no.
Yeah, it's a miss. Okay, so it
That's
does
a
not confirm the crit. And so does not get a crit card either. So just normal. Still gonna be 14 points of damage.
Skull is unconscious.
And then it is a Dunsky. And then it is going to be Cadence's turn.
I'm going to 5-step to here. Doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to use my touch on the Hodag.
Okay. Do you get bonuses for...
Yeah, +2 to the attack, so 12 against touch.
Okay. Oh, so 12 against touch. I think that
Yes.
hits. Yeah, it hits. Thanks to the +2, it hits.
Burn an entire round dealing with mistakes that I passed.
Okay, so Fortitude save... I think it has a very good
Well, you
Fortitude
tried.
save.
I hope he doesn't
Which
save.
Yeah, he has a +8, so this +8... 16. So yeah, he saves.
He saves.
He saves. So he takes 8 damage, though, as boils and wounds start appearing on this creature's flesh where you touched it. And that is going to be your turn. So it is now Niscali's turn. Go ahead and make that DC 13 con. Just straight up con.
Nope.
To see if you stabilize. No, you do not. So you take 1 point of damage as you continue to bleed. And then it is Steve's turn.
Okay, well, the horse is obviously
It is dealt with.
out of commission, so Steve is... I'm going to run over here and punch the bejesus out of the horrible monster.
For some reason, I didn't add in my attack either, so that would have been a lot higher roll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's literally just a straight up D10. Good job. Yeah, it would have been like a +8, so it would have been 18 versus touch.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to hit that Hodag for 12 points of damage. As you
So that's,
punch.
I got 23 to hit with the blessing.
Yeah, so you punch down in a non-spiky area. It doesn't have a thing. No, it doesn't. So yeah, you punch down into the non-spiky area, and you hear this sickening crunch as you beat down at it for 12 points of damage. That is going to be your turn. It is now... Yeah, the horse still unconscious. Aaron, it's your turn.
Steve's just angry at this point.
Okay, now that we've gotten past that, okay, let's see. Lay of the field, what's happening? Scully's almost dead.
Not almost dead. Unconscious and bleeding out, but not almost dead.
How is this thing looking? Is it taking anything, really? My person was focused on a horse.
Taken 20 damage.
So he's gonna look back and like observe how
The horse is the true priority here.
I
It-
was
it
busy.
seems-
I was distracted.
I mean, I'll tell you that it's taken 20 points of damage, but yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty bad. It's been crunched and stuff, but you think it has a bit of fight in it still.
Okay. Well, sure. We'll just do this. No chaos burst. Whew.
So,
Thank goodness.
what's the attack?
I have to roll it.
Is that the? Oh, it's not the caster. Okay. So roll
No,
that sweet attack.
I can't. Okay, so how do I make like? I gotta reset this. Give me a sec. No, one of like the things that pop up tell you like the addition of a roll is like stuck over my text box and I can't see anything.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
So I just refresh the page.
That's the only thing I've learned, that you just refresh and it goes away.
Yeah, cleared it out pretty quick.
Have you
So
tried turning it off and on again?
that's exactly what I did, and it worked wonders.
No, the fire's moving.
Fire also got bigger.
What's happening?
Fire elemental.
Yeah,
Oh god!
that was the
First
real
thing
chaos
you
burst.
That was the real chaos burst. The horse just really hated Aaron.
Yeah, it just woke up. It just sensed what had happened.
You just
And it was
cast a
angry.
spell and it was like, oh, with this shit again, and just went for you.
Yeah, pretty much. What do I
Pick
add?
you
I
up.
don't remember what I add.
It's a
It's
ranged
normal
touch
attacks, right?
attack. Yeah, so it's just a normal ranged attack. So like your base attack
+4.
plus your dex.
Oh fuck.
That is going to be a hit because you are targeting touch, and touch is super easy to hit. So roll those 4d6s.
Ooh, that's right. I forgot that was the thing.
Yeah, touch is very easy to hit. 16 points of damage, quite nice. As you just throw out this blast of fire, and it burns a bunch of the spikes that just fall off of the thing, as it's looking pretty unhappy with Aaron right about now.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the fiend. Except
And
it
is
doesn't.
that your turn, Aaron?
Yeah, still
Okay.
move.
No, I
You
don't.
wanna-
I don't. I'm good.
Okay. Then it is the thing's
Probably try to
turn.
heal you next turn.
It is going to 5-foot step up here, and then it is going to, with its reach, take some attacks at it. Because he burned it, and it's angry. So, these are going to be some power attacks. So, first attack, bite. 15, that's a miss.
Miss.
Second attack,
Nice.
that's gonna be a big ol' hit. 4.
Aaron, if you want to make me big, that would probably help in trying to grapple this thing so it doesn't continue hurting us.
So it's a 13 points of damage. Third attack.
Oh, son of a
with
bitch.
its claw is going to be another hit, I think, for another 16 points of damage.
Never mind. We both die.
Oh,
Negative
And then
9.
its last attack is going for Steve. For another hit.
no. This is
For
how
another
we die.
12 points of damage against Steve. And that is going to be its turn as we drop it over to Cadence.
Then Cadence ends up being the only person to live. So we might as well.
All
have
the
made a new
items for
party.
me.
He's the sole survivor.
Might as well have made a new party.
Possibly foreseen this happening.
Might as well have been to be.
I 5-foot step here and whisper to Hodag, "Good job, now there's the other one."
Now kill Steve.
And I shall touch him again.
Okay, you give him the bad touch. That's going to be a big ol' hit for 8 points of damage and another fortitude save. This gets a +8 for another 16 and another success. But it has taken 8 points of... As more boils and gross stuff begin boiling up to the surface of this thing. And then it is Niscali's turn. Assuming Cadence has nothing else to do.
That's me, I'm done.
Yeah. So, Niscali.
Constitution. No.
Ooh, it's a big old fail.
That's a no.
That's a nope. Okay, then it is going to be Steve's turn.
Okay, Steve is still normal size, so it's punch time.
I think that's a hit.
Are you adding the +2 from flanking?
Also, are you adding the
not
+1 from Bless?
So that's 21 after Bless and flanking.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big old hit for another 10 points of damage as you bash down at its back and it cracks even more and it is looking very bad off. It is bleeding from a lot of places at this point. It's looking like a very hurt little Hodek.
I have no sympathy for this monster.
Okay, so with your move action, you perform a display of non-sympathy, and the monster is hurt emotionally. Then it is going to be Aaron's turn. Go ahead and make me that Constitution check, DC 9. What is your Constitution overall,
14.
Aaron? 14. Okay, so you're not looking as bad as one would expect, but you still fail, unfortunately. So you bleed a bit more. Because it is DC 19 because of the rules.
Click and
So that is going to be Aaron's turn. So it is now Big Crocodile Boy's turn again, as he is going to focus his efforts entirely on Steve. Another round of full attacks. This time, no power attack.
Womp womp.
I think that's a big ol' hit. I'm just gonna roll all these hits, quick succession. Well, okay, maybe not all. No, not all of them. Let's see. So 8 points of damage.
What is Steve's AC?
10 points of damage.
Steve's AC is 19.
But what about when he is wearing no armor?
That's right. Let me
Because
unequip my armor. I totally forgot about that.
Well, do you have medium or heavy armor?
I have light armor.
I don't think you get sleep deficiency for sleeping in light. I think it's just medium and heavy.
No, I
can
think
double
that's
check. It might be 3.5.
wrong because because the endurance feat specifically states that you don't take penalties from
yeah,
sleeping
so my-
in.
Yeah, endurance is
training,
light or
like-
medium. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. My AC is 14 without the armor.
Wait, what? That's what light armor are you wearing? Chain shirt +1?
Plus one chain shirt. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Then yeah, your AC is very low. So you have taken a total of 18 damage this turn. Another 2 attack. That's a hit, right? Because 14. So that's another d6 plus 4. So another 10 points of
Oh my
damage.
God.
What are you at after taking 28 points of damage this turn?
Cosmo?
Oh.
20 points of damage.
I'm at -2.
Okay. And then it is
Cadence,
going
you
to...
got this.
Well, we're gonna find out what kind of person Cadence is.
Well, you
So-
know I'm an anti-paladin. I could just channel
no.
negative energy,
No.
take all your items.
Oh no!
Everybody better have a evil character in mind to play next.
Oh god.
Boy.
It is going to take its last attack at the invisible force that has been striking it over and over again. And it's going to miss. So it's now Cadence's turn.
So I'm going to channel negative energy and kill everyone.
Okay.
I shall touch the Hodag again.
Touch that boy.
I have no reason to kill these people.
I mean, yeah. That's going to be a big old hit. So you touch it, and a bunch of boils and wounds burst forth as you just lightly touch it with your flaming hand. And you feel like it should have gone down by this point, but through sheer force of will, this dumb brick house of a lizard is continuing to fight on.
Fort save?
Yeah, fortitude save. 1 sec, I need to look up a thing real quick.
I'll have you know I'm already planning my next character.
I'm not surprised. Let's see here.
If I
Yeah,
save
it
everyone, this
doesn't-
better kick me out of probation, just make me a full member.
Okay,
You know,
fortitude save.
That's fair.
It actually fails its fortitude save, so it is now sickened
Oh yeah.
for 4 rounds. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a -2 to all of its things. Okay, and we're going to go to Niscali for that sweet Constitution. And you finally
Hey.
stabilize. Then we are heading to Steve for his sweet Constitution.
Watch this thing down cadence this round too.
Sorry, what did you say?
Said watch this thing down cadence now.
If this, I was thinking about this, and it has a chance. But if RNG goes through his 23 AC, and it has to crit on its one attack that it gets this round, and it has to get through 23 AC and concealment. If it does, you guys were always supposed to die, and you can't blame me. Like, you literally, it's just, there's nothing. Like, it was supposed to happen.
The gods
Yeah.
had fated us.
The
creating an
gods
entire party.
wanted you to die. Okay, so Steve is going to take yet another damage. It's not a fortitude save, by the way. It's just a straight constitution throw that you do.
Oh.
So, not plus your base
Sorry.
fort. Yeah, no worries, but you do take that 1 point of bleed as you fail. And then it is Aaron's turn to throw another con through the
And
wind.
fail.
And fail. And do you start? No, you don't start auto failing, but you are getting very close. You need to hit a 19 or 20 next round. And then it is the Hodag's turn, who's going to power attack the Vital Strike at Cadence.
I'm very happy I made this item to make me invisible.
Yeah, this item is saving your ass right now. Well, to be fair, it would. It's getting a -5 to its attack, so basically, it needs to crit you to have any chance of actually killing you. Oh yeah, it also takes 1 point of bleed.
Is that -5 for the -2 from Sickened?
Yes, with the -2 from Sickened, and then the -3 is from its power attack. So it's going to be a +6, I think, in total. Yeah. So. Okay, yeah, no.
Gods
So
foretold of this day.
So it chomps at you like around here, and you kind of easily move out of the way thanks to your invisibility. But as it chomps down, you just feel the force of this bite ripple through your shield, and you're pretty worried that if this thing hits, it's gonna do a lot of damage. And that is going to be its turn, as it is now yours.
Just gonna double check my weapon actually does more damage. Yeah, I'm gonna use my sword this time.
Okay. It does still have full AC, I think, because
It's flat-footed.
Oh yeah, it is flat-footed. That's right.
And I will be doing power attack.
That's fair. Wow, that's a big ol' hit. Yeah, so you sidestep this bite easily, and then you just take your sword out of its scabbard. It was already out of its scabbard, I think. I don't know.
It was.
But you just jam it down through its. You aim for its head, but at the last moment, your sword kind of directs course through its chestal area, and you just strike it through the heart, thanks to your heart-seeker weapon, and it just kind of growls a last growl before falling to the ground, dead.
Well, that's something.
A big old splat. And you have now killed the Hodag. Meanwhile, your party lies unconscious along with a murder horse, which, if the murder horse wakes up first, is going to coup de grace Aaron. What do you want to do?
I have 12 seconds before I die. Go.
Is it easy enough to tell which of these is in the worst condition, or do I need to roll heal?
No, I think it would be pretty obvious that Aaron is just like fucking gushing blood at this point. Like he is, because you
18
have
seconds.
You have this calm moment after the battle where you can take a good look at everybody, and you just notice that Aaron is absolutely on the brink of death.
You burnt 8 in my 16 seconds thinking.
All right.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to move to here and use one of the potions from my belt on him.
Okay, yeah. So you use one of your potions, healing him for 1d8 plus 1, or however much, I don't know. And that stops the bleeding, and he is now in fine condition. And then you presumably move to the rest of the party, do the same.
Yes.
Yeah, so you do that.
That's for Muscali, and this is for Steve. It's a good thing I bought potions when I meet this character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Steve still has a bunch of potions on his, what do you call it?
Yeah, I'm on a timer for that.
Would it
horse
take
to
him too
wake
many
up.
seconds? Would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were very close to death there. The horse, I think, has about like another maybe 7 or 8 rounds until it wakes up.
Don't worry, I'm going to intimidate the shit out of that thing. He's not going to do anything.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Your intimidation is no match for the power of chaos.
I'll scare the chaos out of it.
You get scared. Demons be gone from this horse. I exercise you in the name of the Lord. That's what happens. Okay, so you guys must. Oh, okay. Well, Niscali is still out, but what do you guys do in the moments before the horse wakes up?
I'm going to try and find a potion on the Scully to use on the Scully.
Okay.
So I should have potions. I have I have 2 cure light wounds and 1 cure moderate wounds.
Do you
I don't know if they're labeled. They're probably labeled.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll use the light one on you. So you'll get another 7 from your own potion.
I am not unconscious anymore.
And you awaken to a tiefling demonic face.
Just the most terrifying sight to wake up. Like, are you okay with this just demonic face and spikes coming out of your armor? Oh, God.
I am a perfectly normal being. Are you okay?
Not exactly the extra planar being you're expecting. But I don't think you'll argue about me bringing you back.
No, not at all. Thank you, Cadence. What about the rest?
Steve's up.
Oh.
You wanna tend to Aaron?
Yep.
I'm just going to cast a spell.
While the Sky's doing that, I'm gonna chop the head off the Hodag, because I have no idea if it has regeneration or not.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You chop the
That
head
is for
off of the
Aaron.
and yeah, the head splashes down and blue
10
blood
damage.
starts.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you take 10 damage.
Okay,
and
then
it's dead.
damage.
You
This guy was
murder
the evil one all along.
You just
Yeah,
killed
you-
me. What the hell?
Nascali was the
He
monster
just
all
believed
along.
him when he was like dressed as a gnome and it was actually a goblin. Like,
Yeah,
what is wrong with
guys. The monsters were the friends we made all along.
Well, I mean, what else is new?
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
So yeah,
pretty accurate.
you chop the head of the Hodag, and yeah, it falls to the ground, and blood spurts from the stump. It looks pretty dead, but what do you know?
Do we do something about the horse first before I heal us further?
Kill the horse. Kill the horse. No, I don't know.
Can I try to grapple the horse?
I mean, it is unconscious, so you can do whatever you want with the horse.
Jump on top of it.
Break its back.
Suplex the horse.
Break its legs so it can't move.
I suplex the horse to establish dominance.
Okay. It's dead. Yeah, you can grapple the horse. Do you wait for it to regain unconsciousness after grappling it?
Just enough to make sure it's not going to wake up and try to,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of gotta elaborate on that, baby.
Yeah, you gotta finish that sentence, bud.
to make sure it's not going to try to kill us
Okay.
or Aaron
Okay, so you
or
grapple
any
the
combination
horse.
of the.
You grapple the horse, holding onto it by the neck, and as it wakes up, I'm curious, Aaron. How are you? Like, where are you when the horse wakes up? Like, are you standing there, just like, "Hey, horse, how you doing,
Fuck, I
buddy?"
ain't gonna stay here.
Or-
I'm gonna be like, hey, when I finally come through, I'll groggily like look around, be like, oh, it's on mission of my life. I'll see the horse. I'll be like, kind of scurry away from it and be like, hey, do we one of you wanna tend to the horse when it wakes up so it doesn't try to kill me again?
I don't know what's going on at all.
I don't know what's being drawn, but I'm. Oh, it's the Hodak head. Okay. So, when the horse wakes up, it kind of looks around and it doesn't see Aaron immediately, and it looks pretty calm. It's not really doing anything, as it just sees like forest and stuff as you're holding it by the neck. What do you do once it just displays no murderous tendencies?
I release the horse at that point.
I do this.
Okay, you disguise yourself as
Anything but
Okay.
me. Change my face.
So you change your face. Yeah, this gives you a +10 to your disguise check. So make a disguise roll.
What is this guy's even fall under?
This is a weird song.
Yeah,
the
the
Nero
song's
Automata song.
Plus 10, 17. Good thing I got the plus 10.
Oh, so close. So the horse kind of trots around normally, and it doesn't really seem to be aggressive anymore, as it just kind of trots around and goes over and like sniffs at Aaron and kind of looks at him wryly, but doesn't really do anything. I should probably take that X off it. This song's killing me. Oh god.
Okay, so after I let the horse go, I'm
Then
gonna
huddle.
say, next time let's take a coach.
I
Just
expect
going to
a sparkling review of my duty.
Consider it granted.
Done. Welcome aboard. Ugh.
I think I think this would be a perfect time to end it, but I really want to end it in the morning. So I'm going to wait for you guys to head to sleep before we start to.
Then we finish our night. And
Yeah,
finish
you
our
guys
rest.
heal up fully, gaining 22 HP from those channels. I
Yep.
think that.
So I have one left if someone needs it.
I'm at 27 out of 38 now.
There's one more.
Yeah, you brought me to full. Just with the first 22.
Do you need more healing?
Nope. I'm good.
Well, Steve,
Steve could use more healing.
just going to cast a spell.
Steve is basically just a sponge for healing.
You're a sponge for damage.
That too. I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Damage sponge.
And this.
I'm slightly surprised it didn't go for the invisible person, making wounds explode out of him.
Okay, that's I'm full.
It was too focused. So when you first went invisible, it assumed like, oh, he's just gone. So it went up and hit Niscali, and then you hit it, and then it was like, oh, there's something hitting me. I should deal with that. And then Aaron went, I'm going to burn it to death.
Yeah. The fire definitely did a lot more damage, so I know why it went for him.
Yeah. And then after that, Steve was doing more damage than you. So it was just focusing on the biggest threat until you were the only one left. At that point, it basically couldn't touch you.
I mean, it couldn't touch me for most of it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Invisibility is pretty good. Okay.
It's very expensive as well.
I mean, yeah. It should be. It's very good. Okay, so you guys turn in for the night with Caden finishing off his watch and Aaron, Niscali, and Steve heading to sleep. As you do, who was taking last watch? Was it Niscali?
Niscali, yeah.
Yeah. So after Cadence's watch is over and Niscali begins to take his watch, after around the time dawn is breaking and your watch is almost ended, you notice the horse wake up, and Aaron no longer has his disguise self check, his disguise self on, and the horse notices him and it starts frothing at the mouth again, and it starts to trot up towards Aaron. How do you react?
I'm really gonna intersect that as best as I can.
You notice it look at Aaron and then kind of take a double take, and then it kind of starts frothing at the mouth and starts trotting towards him. So what do you do in that?
I'm really gonna try to intersect that and block its way.
Like, if you try to block its way, it's going to try and get to Aaron.
I'm going to try blocking it as best as I can while I look at if I have anything.
Okay.
I'll do this.
I don't think I have anything for creature.
You're still sleeping.
And that's a humanoid.
Wow.
I'm going to yell Aaron, you probably want to wake up.
Oh god. So you yell for Aaron to wake up,
and I didn't mean to cast that one.
and he starts to wake up, and I think we're gonna end it there and deal with the horse next week, as it starts to try and murder Aaron for the second time.
We're just gonna have to kill this horse.
This is your life now. This horse is your life now.
We have to kill this. Oh man.
Also, you can't charm person an animal. There's a specific spell called Charm Animal. So, get with the
That's
program.
what I was trying to do. I can try to forbid its action once.
Yeah.
That's what I tried to do.
You guys can try whatever you want to deal with the horse next time. I will catch you guys during the next Sunday in about a week.
GG. Good night.
Good
evening. And
good evening.
Goodbye.
And have a good day. Later.
Till next week.